Wouldn't you guess it? Hey, everybody. Wow! We're here. Hello.
Wow.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wowie,
Amazing.
wowie,
Whoa.
wowie. It's been 2 weeks.
Wait,
It's been so long.
Jakey.
Are we here?
Right. That's not the right whoa. Come on.
Whoa! I was like, what? It took me a second. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I've been definitely not doing all day.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. I'd never lie.
Yeah.
One of us tells the truth. One of us always plays Crash Bandicoot.
Amazing, wonderful. Well, hello, welcome everyone to a D&D game. I'm Drew, your humble dungeon daddy for the evening. We have our wonderful players. We got Jakey, Envy, and Jen. And Liz, unfortunately, is working, so we're down to Liz, but that's okay. We're gonna keep on keeping on. Before we get this going, do we have any shilling to do?
Oh, I can shill.
All right, go for it.
I've been known to shill. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, do go on.
Do you hear that? It's the sound of excitement whispering through the gaming world. And at the heart of it all is Jakey, the extraordinary professional game master. Close your eyes and imagine a world where adventure comes alive. With Jakey's skillful guidance, you'll be transported to realms beyond your wildest dreams. Feel the thrill of collaborative storytelling, where every decision and roll of the dice sparks a symphony of emotions. Jakey's talent knows no bounds, breathing life into characters and worlds with the touch of imagination. Together, you'll explore these enchanting realms, weaving a tapestry of your adventures. Picture yourself among a fellowship of friends, basking in the warmth of shared moments. Jakey's masterful storytelling and nurturing spirit forge connections that go beyond the gaming table. That's right, motherfucker, I'm talking about you. Let the sound of rolling dice guide you through a symphony of suspense, where victory and defeat dance hand in hand. As Jakey guides your every step, you'll unlock your true potential, unraveling mysteries and conquering challenges that once seemed insurmountable. Together, you'll embark on a journey of self-discovery where the boundaries of possibility fade away, leaving only infinite horizons of imagination. So, dear friend, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and step into a world where the whispers of adventure beckon. Jakey, the professional game master, invites you to indulge in the soothing melodies of storytelling and camaraderie. If you're ready to begin that quest, walk softly over to startplaying.games/GM/JakeyBoy. That's startplaying.games/GM/JakeyBoy to start your adventure today.
Wow!
Holy, that was incredible.
Dang. Oh man. Also, I might be stuck. One sec. I'm gonna use that. Oops. Uh-oh. I'm gonna pull my headphones out. Oh, there they go.
Professional GM.
Wow.
Back right there. Incredible.
Wow.
Amazing.
Thank you
That
for
was
man.
Wow.
Holy, that's
Wow.
that's as exciting. I was about to say more exciting, but then I realized I would have got reamed out for self-deprecation. That was as exciting as the D&D games I run on startplaying.com/games/JakeyBoy. I know my own links. It's you who's confused.
Just to clarify what Jakey said there, and definitely said and didn't mess up, it's startplaying.games/JakeyBoy.
Wow. Wow.
Feel pretty good about
Incredible.
that. I think that went
That was
pretty well.
really
Yeah,
good.
no, that went great.
That was amazing.
Who else
Thank
has
you.
to shill?
Well, I mean,
Wait.
Jen, that was so good. I think you should do another one.
Yeah, I think so too. Do another.
What?
One
Again,
more.
again, dancing monkey, again.
One more, Jen. Shill
Okay,
for us.
Shit, fuck, do you like dice?
Yeah.
I sure fucking do. But consider, throwing all of them away, okay? And only buying fucking Wild Earth dice, okay? Go on Kickstarter, get your liquid core dice today. They won't betray you. Just like my friends have betrayed me right now. They got beautiful liquid cores with fucking glitter and shit. And they're so beautiful. Like, so actually so beautiful. Like, come on. Look at these guys.
They're gorgeous.
Genuinely look at them. They're gorgeous.
Genuinely look at them.
Genuinely?
I have my dice all over the place, but you can go to one place, which is the Wild Earth Dice Liquid Core Collection in the next, is it 42 hours? Yeah,
Whoa.
42 hours left to go. If you don't, you might lose your marbles, like I've lost all of those dice in my room. But you know, we got even more, okay? It's
Jen went to the Sam Riegel School of Advertising.
Don't need him anymore. That's me, Jen, at 6.
It's 4 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock sunrise.
I'm gonna be cleaning up for hours.
But you don't have to with Wild Earth Dice.
Yeah, but with Wild Earth Dice, you could also. I have a box here, but not even a quarter of the one into it.
More.
Yeah, I don't know what I rolled, but I feel like it's the emotional damage of you guys manipulating me into another advertisement. That's it. That's all I got.
Can Jen have like 3 inspo? Because I feel like that's 3 inspo right there for the 3 different boys.
On Kickstarter, do it today. You got 42 hours, and if you don't fucking do it, I'll come and find you, and I will dump dice on your head until you drown. Trust and believe. I worked in a game store for 2 years. I have enough dice to do it. And for legal reasons, that's a joke. It's
I know for legal reasons that's a joke, but I don't think Jen's joking. Go and get those fucking dice, guys.
Get them.
Do it.
You know,
Get them.
You know what? I feel inspired from that, so I'm gonna give you an inspiration for that. But I also feel so inspired that I need to shill something too, if that's all right.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
All right. Well, introducing Nature's Yellow Delight. Are you searching for a nutritious and delicious snack that brings a burst of natural energy to your day? Well, look no further than our premium bananas, the ultimate choice for health-conscious individuals just like you. Why choose our bananas? Well, we source our bananas from select farms, ensuring you receive only the freshest and ripest fruits. Each bite will transport you to a tropical bliss. Our bananas are a powerhouse of essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber. They provide an instant energy boost, aid in digestion, and support overall well-being. Now, whether you enjoy them on their own, blend them into smoothies, use them in baking, or add them to your favorite dishes, bananas can add a natural sweetness and a creamy texture to any recipe. Now, our bananas, they're nature's convenient snack, perfectly packaged by Mother Earth. So, grab one for a quick bite on the go, pack them in your lunchbox, or I don't know, just keep them handy for a midday pick-me-up. Bananas, they offer incredible value for your money while being a sustainable choice. And as biodegradable fruit with its own natural packaging, bananas are a guilt-free option for both you, your health, and the environment. So, don't wait. Experience the incredible benefits of bananas today. Join the millions who have made bananas their go-to snack and unlock a world of flavor, nutrition, and sheer delight. Embrace the vibrant yellow goodness and let the bananas revolutionize your well-being. Remember, nature's yellow delight, bananas.
Dicey Counters Dice and other affiliated parties do not maintain responsibility in case of sudden side effects such as banana boombox syndrome. Your voice suddenly transforms into a catchy high-pitched jiggle every time you speak. Get ready to spread, start dancing along. Peel vision. Seeing the world in vibrant shades of yellow may become your new normal. Your vision nature and so bright you will have to wear glasses indoors. Bouncy bottom syndrome. Might find it difficult to sit down as your derriere becomes abnormally springy. Prepare for a surprising bounce every time you take a seat. Uncontrollable banana laughter. An uncontrollable urge to burst into fits of laughter at the mere sight of bananas may strike at any time. Whatever awkward moments during serious business meetings. Slip and slide sensation. Defeat may develop banana-inspired superpowers, turning any surface into a slippery slimy adventure. Say goodbye to steady walking and say hello to reverse Spider-Man. Pranksters pal. In the ultimate prankster is you uncontrollably emit banana-scented flatulence everywhere when you're in a crowd. Get ready for some bewilder and amuse faces and butterfly wings. Unleash your inner Fantasia as wings made up entirely of banana peels magically spread from your shoulders. Strut yourself and run on the runway of absurdity. Monkey mind mischief. You may experience urges to swing from trees from others or exhibit general monkey behavior. Embrace your newfound savings. Remember, these side effects are purely fictional, designed for comedic purposes. Actual banana consumption is not known to have any of these effects. Enjoy bananas responsibly. Embrace the silliness they may bring to your life. Disclaimer. Manufacturer takes no responsibility for any of the consequences resulting from exaggerated commercial side effects. Please consult a comedian if symptoms persist. Don't delay. Buy today. Consult a doctor to see if bananas are right for you.
Cool. I can't do this. It was really bad. It was really bad.
What fucking cursed energy are we starting off with today?
Bananas! You know?
Oh my gosh.
Hey V, do you got a show?
Yeah, sure, I guess. We're not. This stream isn't sponsored by anyone, but I just wanted to thank, Chocolate for getting me through this fucking nonsense, and also being better tasting than bananas. There, I said it. Get fucked.
Wow, that was really good. I didn't realize I was going to get as much fiber out of this banana as I realized.
Oh.
I'm just going to set that over there.
Also, whilst I have your attention, because apparently it's chaos o'clock, if you are in need of a catch up or you can't hang around for the full stream, that's totally okay. We appreciate you being here for as long as you can be, and we love and appreciate all of your support. However, you have options for catching up, friend. We have a podcast for those who like listening to our beautiful voices. Available on Spotify, Apple Music, and something else. I can't remember what the other one is, but it's a big one.
Can't remember the other one is, but it's a big one.
Was it? No, Amazon. It was on Amazon Music. There we
Amazon, like the rainforest. We get bananas.
So yeah, so you can listen to us playing through the podcast, or you can watch the VODs on our YouTube channel. All of those things are available. Thank you, Jakey. Through our
Jakey. Go on a link tree. It's a banana tree with links on it.
Which is available sporadically throughout the chat or down below there somewhere, probably.
Down below.
I assume Drew put it on there.
I think I did.
Don't know.
I
Incredible, amazing.
Climb the
Then
tree.
I will do that
Embrace the
before
tree.
tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, go check it out.
Get out of here. Go check it. Wait, no, stay.
Wait for it.
Yes,
Wait for it. It's coming up. God, I feel sorry for everybody listening and not watching. They have no idea what's happening. I'm so sorry.
Wait,
I apologize.
Was my dice falling loud enough that people would have heard it?
Oh,
Because I fucking hope so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Trust.
How could I have
It's
forgotten?
okay if it's not. I'll just send you like a just the like cartoon falling of like whoop, 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 you know. But it won't be like actual sound effects. It'll be me doing that.
Yeah, it'll just
very
be
good.
that. It'll be like when I have to make the noise of water, a water droplet. Because
Something in my mouth.
Jakey does that. I go whip.
I mean, no, do it again. Okay, maybe after the break. I have to pick them all up again.
You want like 52
legitimately-
pickup, Chad? You want like 52 pickup?
I mean,
It's a little
like,
more than 52.
I mean, I can be off screen for like a few minutes as I pick them up, but I'll do it after the break. We'll pick up all my dice again, and then I'll drop them on the floor, so I have to pick them up again.
Yes. Wow, this has been wonderful and not chaotic at all. How about we roll for recap? Does that sound good for everybody?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna use this dice from Wild Earth Dice. Ooh, wow.
Just seeing that
pretty.
beautiful dice made it so
Man.
worth it. I've dropped all of my
I need
dice.
it so badly. I'm so excited to buy that.
16. With the dice encounters Loki dice.
I am currently tied with a 16.
Oh my gosh.
Someone has to break this
I have a
tie.
16.
Whoa.
You genuinely did just roll a 16. Now I've got to roll.
Genuinely?
Disappoint everyone as I don't roll a 16.
Wait, if we all pick the same number, do we have to collaboratively do it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't roll a 16.
That's okay.
Roll.
Did you roll a
I
20?
rolled a 2.
Oh no. Well,
This
just
has.
remember.
I got this thing. I got a rock.
No, see, McWiggle I poured them into a box, and then, but most of them got on the floor. And then I was like, you know what? We're gonna drop the ones that were in the box onto the floor as well. So that's where they are right now.
How many
Hey.
of those are caltrops?
That's gonna be painful. Hey, Drew.
You're gonna find out.
The D20s on my shirt are a 14. If I add that to the 2, I got a 16.
Ah.
It counts.
You know what? As a yes and DM, yes. Wow, wow,
I
wow.
hope this luck stays with me during the game.
Wow, wow, wow.
Well, that now one I rolled. Hey, I got a 14 on my
Yeah,
shirt.
I got a 14 on my shirt.
So yeah, well, let's just do a collaborative little thing and stuff as I fix one camera. But look at me go.
Look at you go.
Wow. I think I did it. I think we're good. Wow. Boom.
Incredible.
All right.
Amazing.
Who wants to start? Go.
I'll stop.
Do it.
So our intrepid heroes found themselves once again in the darkness. But this time with a new person involved. Friend or foe? It was difficult to tell for a while. Oh boy, we didn't know what was happening. We didn't know their name. I don't even know if we ever actually got introduced to them properly, like formally. Oh no, we did. We did later on. And then, oh boy, the light was back and we were back in the arena and things were about to get spicy as we faced off against an aspect of the Grinning God. Ooh.
Who looked like Gungish Peter, a menace, a little guy, a silly little dude who like went to the ground and he summoned other monsters and things. Yeah, that was a seamless transition. What's up? And then he made like a creature that came from the roof that had like a mask and no face, but don't worry, he was relatable to an audience member who was like, heck yeah, we love that guy. Me, a guy with no face. And then they split into like different little aspects, and there was pandemonium, there's chaos, there was spells being flung, there was some fear shot, there was a hasted Gaia who was just slaughtering and chopping. It was wild and crazy, and through lots of hits, lots of natural 20s, then natural 1s, it was just like either or. The party like beat the Grinning God. I think they beat the masked guy first, then the Grinning God, and then as they did, the darkness began to fade slowly.
And then as it faded, what happened, Jen?
As it faded, we found ourselves in a field with a Rakshasa, a big tiger man with backwards hands. I thought was just a kitty, but apparently not. He gave us the option for something that we desired, and we asked for answers. Wow. We wanted to know what was going on with like the people that were disappearing in town, and it turns out he's only responsible for some of them, so something else is going on. Yeah, also left us with a nice little coin purse that conveniently was the amount of money that we required to pay back our debt for eating too much food at the tavern. We headed back to town with Gaia, who I only learned the name of via the chanting crowd, because she had to go there anyways, and tried to find a place to rest for the night. Gaia went off and did their own thing. I think they're a contract killer.
But we don't know that.
But we don't know that. Yeah.
Well,
Hope went and found some cool ass fruit, some like blue apples and some fucking strawberries and shit. And Deirdre went and talked to the sisters. Who are the sisters? I don't know. You'll have to ask Deirdre. They said that there was a companion that needed to do something and that she needed to help or else she wouldn't get her fucking wings back. Wow, what a bunch of assholes. Also, we ate some fruit and it was very cute. And Gaia had a hard time finding an inn to stay at.
And then at the very end, there was a thunderstorm approaching off in the distance. And both Gaia and Hope saw something in the storm. There was a large silhouette of an enormous bird flying in the thunderstorm off in the distance.
Papa!
For a minute there, I didn't know if that was real life or this because it's been stormy here. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, with this, since we don't have Gaia for this session, we are going to follow around this smaller group that happens to be just away from Gaia. So, as we begin this session, you are in the alley in Lehman's tiny hut, and Hope has glanced up off in the distance, seeing this large bird. The sounds of drizzle begin to hit the stone ground, and as you're looking up, you can watch the rain droplets just hit the top of this barrier and then roll off.
Sorry if this is a silly question. How long into our rest are we currently?
I would say towards the end of it. With that
Cool.
being said, you got back pretty late at night, so it's getting to around earlier in the day. Realistically, about maybe 11, 12.
Yeah, because I mean, we've woken up since then because you guys have had fruit for breakfast.
It's true.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, you have a new bracelet.
I have a new bracelet, which I have yet
That's
to
correct.
make because I haven't had time to get threads, but it's gonna happen. Yeah, of course, I was gonna make it. Come on.
I love that. That just makes me happy.
Yeah, I think Hope is still kind of like looking up to see if you know they can get another glimpse of that shape. Damn, that doesn't sound like a bird. Wild.
A stray dog passes by the alley.
Puppy. Yeah, Hope doesn't really have any experience with birds, so this is kind of an unusual one. Knows what birds are from, you know, the Rolodex of thoughts and memories and things, but didn't realize that the perspective was so off. You know, Hope's like, I kind of assumed they were a lot smaller. Apparently not. So he's just a little nervously like, Deirdre?
Yeah.
Birds. Big
Mhm.
birds. Big
Mhm.
birds. Good? Bad?
It depends.
On?
If they're hungry,
Oh.
because like a bird might be like super nice, and then you like pet all its feathers and ruffle them up and stuff. But if it's hungry, it'll just like bite your whole arm off.
Oh.
And then they won't give it back, and it's really mean.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
When I do some kind of check
Yeah.
to see if I can gauge. I'm aware this is a long shot, but we're gonna do it anyway. Very good. So I'm gonna check to see if this vague bird shape may or may not be hungry.
Yeah. You can roll animal handling. Now, mind you, this is still quite a few kilometers away.
Oh, absolutely. Genuinely not expecting this to succeed in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I would say animal handling.
okay, that is a 14.
You've, since coming from the Underdark, you have witnessed birds of different kinds. You've seen the small ones that eat seeds off the ground. You've seen a little bit larger ones pulling worms from the ground. Every time you've seen a bird, in fact, they just always look hungry. So you just assume maybe this one's hungry too.
Deirdre. Big, 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 big birds eat arms?
Well, that's like if they don't want to eat the brownies, you know?
Brownies?
Yeah.
Brownies. 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 I turn to Amir. Amir.
Amir sitting cross-legged, just watching this whole display. Just has just some like probably very bland food just in a bowl in front of them, and it's just been trying to like decipher this exchange. Yes.
Big, 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 big birds.
How big? Like big as in size of my arms, or bigger?
Big.
As big as that cart down the road?
Big.
As big as this building?
Big.
Oh. I'm gonna, it'll dispel the hut, but if we're at the end of the rest, I'm gonna step up, and as Amir steps out, the hut basically dissipates, and the tendrils of silk just fire into his back where it makes him kind of jut, and then he shakes it off, and I'm gonna go look and see, like, both ways if I can see a big bird.
Yeah.
Can I, like, point in, like, help kind of, like, the area that I was looking in?
Absolutely.
To see this bird.
Without even needing to roll a perception or anything, you can clearly see off in the distance there is a thunderstorm way out over the ocean. In fact, the Rin Sea. And with that, it's every now and again you see a lightning strike come from the storm, and it lights up inside the cloud. And as you look closer and closer, you see it every now and again. Sometimes the wings are up high, and other times it's almost like getting a snapshot of this bird in the clouds, but it is fully enveloped in the cloud. But you do see it, and it's roughly the size of a small mountain.
Cool. Have I heard or seen anything like this before prior?
You could
I don't know if you want me to roll, but-
yeah, you could roll a history on that one.
Don't screw me, D&D Beyond. 18.
18. It takes you a few moments to think about it, but then you get to it, and you remember hearing stories of back in the olden times, there were leviathans and things of that nature where certain elements manifested into creatures. With this one, you remember hearing of a combination of wind and water that became a thunderbird. You've only heard of one in existence, and it's not known for devastation unless there's been a few times where it has, but majority of the times it's just a bringer of rain and storm.
So, being a bringer of rain and storm, would I know this to be a celebrated creature, or is this a feared creature? Like, I guess, like, what's the split on that? Like, is it like 70-30, or is it like mostly celebration?
It depends where you are. Here in a port city where they're very close to the water, might not be the best to have a giant storm come in. being so close to the water, but somewhere where it's arid, maybe a little bit better, minus the flash floods.
Yeah, Amir's gonna look around at this like kind of alleyway, and then taking the ring of jumping, he's gonna try and basically jump from like wall to wall thing, and then I'm gonna lower some of my rope down to the group because I want to get on the rooftop. So, and like once we get to the top, I'm gonna tell them like the history of this thing while I'm making like another dome, just so we're covered from the rain and have like a good view to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. As you get higher up, like I said, it's very far in the distance. Not necessarily sure if it is actually coming to the city or not. It may completely veer away, go west, it may go east. But for the time being, it's close enough to where you can at least see the silhouette.
So, that's a Thunderbird, and I'm looking at both of them in the new dome on this roof, and this creature. Sorry, it's going to take me a little bit to make the dome again. As it's just like slowly weaving around. When wind and water came together in, well, a long, long time ago, some people called this primordial chaos, some elemental distortion, but elements came to life and made some creatures, and this one is a Thunderbird. It is a creature that is one of a kind, fully alone, but it brings wind, rain, and lightning. Its existence is kind of sad, but I think it's also kind of beautiful. I don't know.
With this, the sound of rain gets slightly heavier as your dome completes. You can hear around you, there's some metal roofed buildings, and you hear that familiar ting of the raindrops hit. As you look around in the city you're in, the last few times you were here, it was pretty empty. But you notice people are out, they have their umbrellas out, walking around. No one seems to be freaking out at the moment. And then I will have you all roll a perception.
That's a 12 for me.
Another 18. Thanks, D&D Beyond.
22.
22. As both, I assume you're still up on the building, Amir, right?
Yeah. At this point, like the dome is kind of wherever it's kind of more level, but it's a little closer to the edge, just so we can see like the street, but then also see the creature out there. So I'm imagining there's a little bit of overhang from the dome. But yeah.
From up there, you can see the dock a little bit more clearly. And I believe it was Hope. What was it you had?
22.
22. All right. So with a 22, you can see a little bit better from the ground. And as you look towards the docks as well, you and Amir would now be noticing these people, some of them with hoods, others just like normal looking dock workers, getting ships and taking their tow lines, wrapping them around the small ballasts on the docks. It looks like they're preparing just in case the storm does get closer. But you also notice the people that stand and guard the entryway to the port. Another thing you would notice from on the ground, Hope, is a local building. And on the front, you see people going in and out. More people going in than coming out. And you see a sign on there, and it reads, The Fabled. As you take a closer look at this building, it's made of wood and stone. There are windows there. Most of the people walking in there are armed, and they seem to... It seems almost as if they had adventured before.
I think for a minute, like, seeing this, there's definitely an interest. But just for a little longer, I think Hope is just happy to kind of watch the rain. Rain still being kind of a strange concept in itself. Water from the sky? What? But also kind of thinking about what Amir said about the Thunderbird. You know, one of a kind. And how lonely it must be. And kind of thinking about how Hope felt when they first came above ground and how lonely that was. And feeling this kind of moment of, I wonder if it needs a friend. But obviously it's too far out for me to reach out to it, so which is probably a good thing. So then kind of like just nudging Amir and pointing down to the building called The Fabled. Amir, Fabled? What is?
Based on the people going in, it might be an inn or something. Fable is like a story, so fabled might be people who are important, maybe. Do you guys want to go check it out?
Do you think they have lots of books there?
Maybe they have stories.
Amir's already like leaning over the edge, like maybe they do have books. He doesn't say that out loud, but suddenly that prospect is just like Amir's like leaning over, like, what you got down there?
What you got?
I think instinctively,
Like 3 bananas coming down set, you know?
Instinctively, like Hope's just putting a hand out and just like full on like soccer mom just pushing you back so you don't fall over. No, not the bananas. Should we go for maybe stories?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. It could be for stories, books, but we could also find some direction on what to do next, because well, our last bag of gold didn't last, and ideally I would like us to not stay under this forever. And just kind of looks at the dome.
Oh, I have money.
I'm sorry, you what?
I have money.
How much money?
Just like jingles. It's like the 10 gold pieces.
When did you get
Well,
I mean,
when we like split all the money with Gaia, and then we sent Hope off to go and pay the guy back, I realized that we didn't have enough money in there, so I played outside. I think that's okay.
Busking, I'm assuming so.
But yeah, some people felt bad for me because I said that someone was gonna beat us up if I didn't have enough money, so they gave me this.
Did you tell them this while you were playing? Or
No, after I had a crowd.
oh. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Hand in pockets, gets up, and he's getting ready to go to the fable. He's like, nope, I'm not sticking my hand in this water. Absolutely not.
Is there something wrong with that?
If people thought you were, did you say where this might happen, or did you just say it could?
No, I just said a gnome was gonna beat me up if I didn't have enough money. Which is true.
From the street we're at, because we stopped near that tavern, can we see the tavern-ish from up on this rooftop?
Yeah, you can see the roof. It's a 2-story. Are you talking about the Gnome Tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it. It's a few blocks down, but it is one of the few 2-story buildings.
Does it look like there's anything like chaotic going there, or things look relatively chill? Because I'm assuming a gnome that wants to beat the crap out of someone is fairly rare, and if there's people who are locals here, they might be able to pinpoint that.
Looking down that way, roll another perception at advantage though.
Ooh.
Oh, no,
I like
it's
advantage.
the consequences of our actions.
Well, that's a 1, so thank you for advantage, sweet DM. Ooh, that's an unnatural 20. Thank you, D&D Beyond. Pride dice. Yum, yum, yum. Mm-mm-mm.
As you look down that way at the inn you had stayed at, there doesn't seem to be a lot of commotion down there. There are people going in and out.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what you would see.
Cool.
Roughly how far away would you say the Thunderbird is now from the city?
Taking a look back, it doesn't look like the storm has gotten any closer. It just appears that it's... If you were to take a better look, it almost looks like the bird is circling over the sea at the moment.
Okay. So, quite a ways away is what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I can put up a map if you have it on here. You are currently in the city of Pegagen. It is off to the west. It's about, realistically, right where the E in C would be. It's about halfway between Pegagen and Hermatia.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
So
definitely.
I see.
Still a good bit off. But noticing the storm that it's making, it's still producing rain where you are. So relatively large storm.
For sure. Yeah, I think if we're looking to make tracks, I think Hope is just gonna give it one last look.
It's quite beautiful. It's nothing like you would ever see down in the Underdark.
It's a bird. It's a rain bird. That's two things we don't have down there.
Very true. The only source of water you would get from the skies in the Underdark would just be water dripping from the tops of different stalactites and things. So, yeah. Honestly,
It's like
for
1,000
Deirdre as
stalactites.
well, that would probably be the first time you've ever seen one as well.
Have I heard about them before, though? Like, my mom had lots of books.
You very well could have read it in a book, but definitely not something you would have ever seen in the Feywild. There are large birds in the Feywild, but nothing quite like that one.
Yeah, the face is completely different.
If you'd like, you can roll a history and try and see what you know about them from books.
Sure, I will roll my history, a thing I am very good at. A 9.
Where should we put all your luggage, Miss Hill?
In the connecting room, please.
No.
Sliding travel tip number 48.
No.
9. 9.
All I know is what I read from
9.
them in books, the faces look like kind of human-like, and that doesn't look like that at all. He's got a little beak.
Just a little bit.
For the stay.
Human bird. Anyway, that's awful.
Troubling mating season?
Oh, there we go. My apologies. I was sitting here and I started hearing talking and realized it was an ad on one of the things I had open, and I'm like, where's that coming from? Threw me off a little bit. But yes, so not something you may have read about it at one point in time, but definitely not something you would have gone full in detail. Yeah. But yeah, there is the Fabled. There's a few other places you can take a gander at if you were to have looked around, especially for Amir and Hope. Let's see, what else might you have seen?
I was gonna say, Amir's gonna step up and on like the ledge of the building go, hey, we should get to the Fabled. It's gonna be rainy once I step out of the dome, so let's take a shortcut. And Amir's gonna just have that little bumblebee like bouncing on the back of his fingertips to indicate that if we jump down, I'm gonna use Featherfall so we can get like some distance and glide down to the establishment.
Absolutely. As you jump down and you're making your way towards the Fabled, there is another building. There's another building with its wooden placard out front. There is a large golden leaf on the center, and you notice the wording on there. It says the Golden Leaf Trading Consortium. On the...
It's like a place that you need money for.
I have money.
Do you want to stop there first before the Fabled?
Oh, I just said I had it. I didn't say I needed to go.
Amir's
I don't
face
know what
drops
I
exactly
have.
like mine did. As like we
If
land
you
on the
need
ground.
money, I have some, though.
Maybe. I don't think I'm going to buy anything wherever we go.
If it's not enough, though, I can gather a crowd again and then tell them a sad story, because apparently that gets people to give you money.
Oh God. Maybe we should stick to busking and get inside. Looking at Hope, who is just like clearly like, So Amir's gonna get to the door of the Fabled and just do like a whole like whisper to himself. Okay, adventurers, go here. So we are adventurers. We are, and he does this like a little bit of a puff to his chest and then pushes the door open.
What are you doing?
Nothing. And then fully just deflates.
As you go to open up the doors to the Fabled, they're very nice, ornate wooden doors with brass handles on there. And you open it up, and the atmosphere changes. It's more lively. There's people laughing, and it's a pretty nice place. As you walk in, you notice it's got a nice bar set up. Behind the bar, you would see this. I don't know if anybody you've seen one of these before, but it's a fish person. Not like a Triton, not like a sea elf, but a fish person. Very much catfish with little whiskers, standing on a stool behind the bar. Lots of people up at the bar. There's open tables. There's groups there. In the back, you would see more of a like quest board kind of vibe. Then up on the rafters, you see a small stage set up where there is a band actively playing. There's people up on the rafters. They're having drinks, eating food. It seems pretty jovial in here.
I am immediately radiating exactly the vibe. Cause like I'm like, hell yeah, place of positivity. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
So yeah, so I'm just mirroring the vibe. So like people looking over in this direction and they get in the same vibes back and it's all a good time. We're all positive. Hey, hey, hey. I'm the funds, is what I'm saying.
Amazing.
I'd like to think there's a light camera pan over and Amir is the exact opposite. Like mouths to someone, please don't look at me.
Don't proceed. Question on the catfish individual.
Yeah.
Is it like fish head, legs and arms?
It looks like if a fish got out of the water, but somehow its fins adapted into little arms and legs.
Yeah.
Still very much webbed. Still very much tail.
Player to DM question: is this a Kuatoa?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say because we would know
Yeah.
Kuatoa because the Underdark. That's what I was
Yeah,
getting at. But then
that's
if it's
where-
something
that's-
completely different, okay, interesting.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in the
Triton.
Rolodex?
Yeah, you could absolutely roll.
All right.
You guys have never seen a fish person before?
History.
I've seen
for a
fish
Rolodex
people
check,
before,
right?
but
Like if I'm going through.
not all fish people are
Survival.
the same.
Of course,
Deirdre.
that's what- Sorry,
No, I've
my
never
brain was
seen a
like,
fish person either. You guys were just looking really intently, so I just assumed.
ooh,
Oh my god, are we
that's
staring?
11.
Oh yeah, I'm also gonna roll a history on the. Nope, 11. I guess both crisp
You know what?
high five of not knowing.
Deirdre, go for it. Roll a history.
History.
High 11, maybe.
Absolutely. Fish person, maybe seen them before, 18.
You haven't seen them before, however, you have read about them. They're called Locatha.
Oh, okay. I have not seen a Locatha in a D&D game before. Wow, what a pull! Wow, very
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sitting up on a stool. I assume you all are making your way in. And as you do, you get a little bit better look behind the bar. It's almost like a long oval kiddie pool behind the bar, to where this person could jump back in the water if they needed to. Seems to be the only person behind the bar.
Does the pool look full?
It does. Looks
That's good.
Looks pretty nice. It's made of most likely, if you took a better look, it would look like leathers, and they had taken wax and rubbed it against the leathers to make it waterproof.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I have a general question.
Mhm.
General question. Because I'm very like now that you pointed this out, this is a very unique individual in this setting, right? This is the first time, for example, that we've ever seen one of these beings. Are people looking at me weird?
Roll a perception or an insight, either or.
You know, I forget sometimes that I am what I am. You know, that's a 16.
16, you look around, no one is giving any of you weird looks. In fact, as you look around, you're noticing a lot of different races in there that you may have never seen before. There's a few people in there that are made of complete crystals. There's some unique looking gemstone dragonborns in there. There's a minotaur off in the corner. As you start looking around, there's a rabbit person off in the other corner. It's a menagerie of different peoples.
Do I know that rabbit person?
That's
Roll
racist.
roll a flat d20.
Please, God in heaven, please. There is nothing I want more than what it may unfurl.
That's an 11.
You know what?
Do you think you know that?
11 is higher than a 10. So that is someone you in fact know from the Feywild.
Oh my boy.
That there is Naba.
Napa cabbage?
With a B, but same vibe of Napa cabbage.
No, their last name is Cabbage. Obviously.
Yes, that is Naba cabbage.
I
That is canon. Make sure we get all the fan art for Naba cabbage. Please and thank you. Yes. No. It's been more than a few years since you've seen Naba cabbage. In fact, as a child, it was probably a close friend of yours. These are all the things you see.
I know that person.
The guy in the kiddie pool?
No. No, Naba Cabbage.
Is there somebody by the guy in the kiddie pool named Nabacat? Is this one of those things I say something stupid like Naba cabbage and you're gonna throw a cabbage or make me steal something?
What the fuck's a cabbage?
Like-
It's just their last name.
like
It's a vegetable.
cabbage these hands.
Oh my god.
A
Amir just stands there as we're standing in the doorway and then just like pulls out his book and flips through like because he has this big glossary thing that he's been using to teach Hope and then slaps down to the C-section area and just points cabbage and it's just a picture of a cabbage.
So like a lettuce.
Yeah, but it's not a lettuce. They're not the same thing, and you can't just interchange the two. But people think you can, and Rothamir goes off about this for a little bit and a little too loud about that lettuce and cabbage are not just as easily interchangeable, and they need to be respected. And then just stops, and he's like, "Yeah." So they're not the same, but they're pretty close, I guess. You could say that they're kind of.
This is
No.
fully the energy of that one TikTok that's like cabbage. Let's
Mm-hmm.
But
and I'm here for it.
I don't know if I don't think they're a cabbage. That's just their last name.
I mean, if you want to see the friend, we can grab a table if you want to just visit with them, or we can come meet them with you. It's up to you.
What happened the last time I saw Naba Cabbage? Was it good? Was it bad?
It was in between. They went off to go do their own thing. People grow up.
For my notes, is Naba spelled with one B or two?
What?
One.
Yeah, people grow up, and sometimes when you grow up, relationships just part ways.
That's fair. Well, yeah, I can introduce you guys, maybe.
I mean, sure. We don't know a lot of people, so.
Well, I don't either. I just know Naba Cabbage, and then just like starts walking over.
Amir went from like, hey, we're meeting a new person to, oh my god, we know literally no one here except for someone named Naba Cabbage. And Amir's gonna do that thing where like walking around trying to avoid the sticky bits of the floor.
Very much so. It is a nice looking place, but also well used tavern. As you get closer, you notice that this rabbit folk is sitting down with an interesting looking fellow. They've got more on the mutton chop sides with two fangs that come down. very tan skin, a lot more hairy. And they're also sitting with another person. They have a hood up with a bow that is hanging off the back of the chair. They look like they're having a great time. As you sit there, or as you walk up, they sit there, and Naba takes a glance up, looks back down, continues conversation, then stops and looks back at Deirdre.
Hi.
You?
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. How you been? I'll be right back. And gets up, pops up, bounces down, only 3 foot tall. Ears about 4 foot. So they hop on over and they're like, give you a big hug. How you been? It's been so long. Didn't know you left the Feywild.
Yeah, gotta go out sometimes.
Yeah.
The fresh air.
Yeah. How's your mom?
She's doing good. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. I haven't seen anybody since leaving the Fey. What? This is great. You wanna bring your friends? Come have a drink.
Yeah. Do you guys want something? I don't know what you. These are my friends. This is Amir, and this is Hope. Everybody, this is Naba Cabbage, my childhood friend.
Lovely to meet you all. Come have a drink. Come sit down. We just ordered another pitcher for the table. Come on. As they hop over, you see the more hairy fellow scooch over a little bit. The human female also scoots over a little bit. Yeah. So, what brings you to Pegagen?
Well, I mean, I was just traveling, but I don't know what brought you guys here. It's just nice place out of all the problems that are going on. I hear.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty rough. I heard that you've been hearing about them two big adventuring groups. I think it's Gang and the other one is Victorious. You've been hearing about them?
A little bit, I think.
Well,
Amir with a newspaper tucked under his arm. I keep myself to date. And then flicks it open at the table.
Apparently, Gang just took down another tower. It's crazy stuff. So, up near Drunia, it's clear again. The passage up to Malgrim, it's open. You ain't got to worry about the shadows no more.
Wait, so people are actually clearing these towers reliably? I read this, and it kind of points at, the paper now, I genuinely thought this was satire or something.
It's if I remember correctly, Gang's taken down, I think it's either 2 or 3. Victorious has taken down 2 of them already.
Well, with a name like Victorious, you have to be good at doing stuff like that, right?
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that name. Whoever came up with that one, genius.
I would agree. As Amir looks at the camera, but Amir's gonna look at this paper and then at the individual. So these groups taking down these towers, they've been just going in and dispelling the shadows, and it's actually working. This is a thing that's happening right now. These monoliths that have been plaguing for a long time.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's doing something about them.
Yeah, it's insane. People are actually doing something about it. They've got most of the ones out of the Byhorn Basin here, but obviously there's still a lot down to the south and to the west. Obviously over near Calche, it's gonna be wild, but they're clearing it out. As far as I know, there's only 2 left off in the east. They'll probably take those down too. Those guys are crazy. A lot braver than me. And gestures over to the 2 friends sitting at the table. He's like, oh, by the way, I'm so rude. This here is Brooke, and this here is Jolie. As he gestures to him, they both give a head nod, and that we're quite the adventuring party. We don't have a name yet, but we'll get there one day. Y'all adventuring group? What do you do?
Well, we do stuff.
That's pretty
So your
badass.
group, you said Brooke, Jolie, and now Cabbage, and you
Just
each
call me
seem
Naba.
Naba. Okay. You all seem like you're adept athletic. Have you ever thought of being the stream hoppers, like Brook, body of water, and you can jump and.
That's a really good name.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing I
write that
do.
one down.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. We'll have to
I'll
write
keep,
that
hey,
down for
with
the
this
books.
newspaper here, I'm going to keep updated constantly on what you're up to.
Wow.
Constantly.
Amazing. You know what? We'll have to go write that down in the books over there. If you go over there, if you've got an adventuring group, it's one of the qualifications to get into the inn and to this. It's a guild, I guess you can call it. But if you want to actually do quests and stuff for them, you got to have a name. So that's awesome. We can finally go do that. And they both give a head nod. And Rick's like, yeah, this is real nice. I like this.
Nothing better happened to you, okay?
We'll be safe. It's not like they're gonna send us on anything crazy first off the rip.
Amir squints at their optimism and Amir's very, very, very deep and constant cynicism, as demonstrated by the fact that Amir still is not believing that any of these towers have been taken care of.
But yeah.
Have you two ever, and like looks to Hope and Deirdre, which probably this isn't the most appropriate place to have this conversation with meeting new people, but have you two ever considered doing adventuring stuff, like becoming a guild and whatnot?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither, huh?
I remember guild members, adventurers in here. It is exciting, scary, dangerous, fun, money.
Oh yeah, they got lots of money they give out. It's great. I mean, if you're doing the higher level quests and stuff, we got some lower level stuff over there. You always go take a look at the board. Ain't nobody gonna notice, but it'd be fine. It's just without like a group name, you can't like collect the money. I think that's the big stipulation.
You have to
Gotta know
do
who
it
they're
in
giving
the brand.
money to.
Because I'm assuming they take a cut. It's they pay out and commission it and receive the work, so it's funneled through and it's more simple than headhunting and whatnot.
Great. Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Wow, you're real good at this.
Amir, like having like several times now they've been like, wow, you're doing good at stuff. Amir like looks like very uncomfortable. I was like, I'm gonna go look at the board to see what there is, and I might grab a drink or anything for anyone if they want. And like Amir just continues talking while they just slowly, like almost like JPEG, slide across the floor through the room. But yeah, he's gonna go look at the board. And with who? Oh, I've never thought of doing this. Would you? I want to look at something. Sweet yes and GM. The spell encode thoughts. Would you specifically say that has to be a strand?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking of almost like making like little Polaroid things just to have like an image of the board, almost like having like a making a pseudo quest log with encode thoughts.
So you're telling me you want to turn your brain into an Instamax? I love this.
Absolutely, that is exactly what I'm saying. I want to Paul Rudd actually and just go with cards.
I love it. I'm here for it. That sounds
Hey.
great.
Cool.
If I could
Hey.
do that, I would.
Hey,
Hey,
Look at us.
look at us.
Would you just look at us?
who would have thought?
Not
Not
me.
me.
Not me. Yeah, Amir's gonna go up then to the board and is gonna like probably because I'm imagining the full board is pretty packed, so taking one image of it, but is gonna like the ones that stick out for us, because I'm assuming if I see something that's like slay the golden dragon of the mounts at the east, Amir's gonna be like, nope. And then it's like, this tricycle lost a wheel. Ah, now that's something I can handle.
That's
so
speed.
yeah, so he's gonna start making those. And yeah, the way his encode thoughts for this, for sweet yes-anding DM, thank you, is Amir's eyes are going to that kind of like magenta hue the irises are, cascades across both of them, and blinks across, and with like a little sparkle. And then Amir from the back of his ear takes a small roll of paper and flicks it out, and it has the image on it.
Oh, you're not actually gonna be like.
No, he's just gonna do that when he needs them all at once.
Okay, that's fair.
But he's only gonna do that when his confidence is high enough in his magic. You know, he's
Fair
like,
reason, fair
like he is just a humble wizard, but he needs to be a true magician to be able to pull that trick off.
Whilst Amir is doing this, did Amir take the paper with them?
Like the newspaper?
The newspaper that you
Oh,
have?
I would probably leave it at the table. Amir probably left his like bag and stuff because he's just getting
I
up.
am flipping through the newspaper to find the crossword.
I thought you were about to say the funnies.
I was tempted, but I think the crossword suits Hope better because it's words. It's learning about words, and so like, but Hope is just going to be sat there, predictably. I don't know any of the answers, but it's still going to stare intently at it, like they're going to give it a good heckin' go, but I does not know any of the answers. Let's be real. It's just like.
Not me looking up current crossword fantasy puzzles.
Incredible.
No,
Incredible.
not me.
Yo, can we get somebody to make a fantasy paper, even if it's just one with like a little crossword section and stuff? Because that feels very fun to me as an activity. Anyway,
You say that like I'm not already about to do that.
cool.
Like, come on. Like, you know me. I'm so fucking extra when it comes to this shit, you know.
It's the best. It's so good though.
Is it?
It's so good.
I'm so tired.
Yes.
The first one you're looking at is 7 across, and it is a thing that exists only in imagination. 7 words.
7 letters, you mean?
Yeah, that works.
I was going to say 7 words.
7 words long. Figure it out. You got this. As Amir goes off to look at the quest board and Hope is now deep into crossword, Naba looks over to Deirdre and says, "So, how did you end up here? You know, I didn't think you'd ever make it to the material plane."
Well, I took some boats, to get here.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly just like sailing a lot, getting sick. It's pretty gross.
Yeah,
Don't
the
recommend it.
high seas aren't for me either. I just yak it all up, you know. Carrots all over the ship. Ugh, it's gross.
You still eating that many carrots?
Listen, they're delicious, but not only carrots. I've actually expanded my repertoire. I eat a bunch of fruits and veggies. Still no meat, you know. But yeah, lots of fruits, lots of veggies. We're all good. This place, actually, there's a lady at the market that sells some really good produce. Like, apparently she's got like a druid that helps like grow it and everything. I don't know. It's real good.
I immediately dive into my bag and get out some of the blueberries that I still have and offer them out to.
Oh my god. You got some blueberries? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh god, I think I love you. Here, thanks. He grabs a handful and he just starts popping them in. Brooke goes to reach for one of the blueberries and Naba smacks the hand away. He's like, nah, if you want some blueberries, get your own.
I will scoop out another handful of berries and just hand them over to Brooke.
Yeah, thanks. Jolie gets up to go up over to the bar, and on the way back is now bringing a pitcher with a few more cups and glasses and things. Amir, as you get over to the quest board, you are seeing some pretty high level quests on there. There's one that is smack dab in the middle. It's the biggest poster on there, and it says to destroy these towers that are popping up, and it's offering rewards of 30,000 gold pieces.
A tower?
A tower.
Amir sits there for a second, does some basic math, and the amount of towers, and just again that prestidigitation imagery that keeps covering his mouth whenever he cusses, just like several times flies.
There's quite a few other ones. They seem to be semi-local. They're in the Bihorn Basin area. A lot of them are dealing with, when you start reading into them a little bit more and more, it seems like it may be a little bit much for your party, until finally you get to one that's kind of tucked up under another piece of paper. Looks like it's been there for a hot minute, and as you move a couple of papers out of the way, it says Haunted Lighthouse. What's up with that?
So does it say exactly what's up with that?
And it shows an image of the lighthouse that all of you would have seen in Pegagen. It's offering 30 gold pieces, and you see just it's a magical image on there of a lighthouse without the light on, off on its own little island right off the coast of Pegagen.
I'm gonna pull open my little book of notes, and I'm gonna like add these images into this. Oh my god, I made a scrapbooker anyway. That's a thing. But yeah, I think this one sticks out to Amir. And Amir's gonna glance over where they were thinking of registering names, and then back at the group. And then it's just going to echo in the back of his head of just like when he asked, and just like, no, I never thought of that. So he's going to, and just tucks his book away, and then he's going to return to the table, hands in pockets.
As you're getting back, so is Jolie with the drink, sets them down, passes around the drinks. Notably, she's the only one who hasn't said anything to any of the group. As Naba's there, like, we got drinks, yeah. We got drinks and blueberries. And he's just doing this little happy dance. Little ears are like flopping up and down every time. Just having a great time. You hear the band upstairs. And as you take a glance up, you notice that they are, you see a Triton playing a interesting looking guitar. You see a tiefling up there as well, playing some drums, and a tabaxi also playing a lute up top. And then of course last
Jen, play the lute.
You see a turtle, very much appearing as a snapping turtle, doing the vocals for this group. There are people cheering.
Like a rapping turtle. Hey.
Right. But that noise and everything's going on. You hear a big splash behind you as you may turn around, look back at the bar. The Lokatha is not at the bar at the moment, appearing to be doing a once every 4-hour dip in the water. Pretty much.
Cool.
Nava says, got yourself there quest?
I was just kind of looking. We're not in an adventuring group, so I just was curious what there could be to do.
That one's been up there for a while, but if you wanted to take it, I mean, it's been up there for a while, like I said, so whatever you want to do, You just, like I said, you just gotta have a name to get the money for it. But you can always change the name at any point, from what I understand, at least. Looks up around, looks down in his bag, pulls out a carrot, sets it down. He's like, yeah. Life's good. What you thinking about? Looking over to Hope.
Words.
Yeah, words. If you don't mind me asking, I don't mean to be rude by any means. Where are you from?
Oh. Underdog.
Neat.
You know Flumps?
Yeah.
My family Flumps. Me. Flumphoid.
That's real neat. I've never met anyone like you. You seem real cool. Not so great with the language, but that's okay. I you know,
Still learning.
honestly, when I got here to the material plane myself, I had a hard time learning the common speech. But, you know, Sylvan's more my thing, and he looks up and sounds like babbling brooks and birds tweeting and things like that. Deirdre, I believe you speak Sylvan as well. Comes across of like, hey, how you doing now?
Take it back now, y'all.
Whoa, what's up with that?
I love that so much. Just he uses Silva just go, hey, the thing he's been saying this whole time.
I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
Little finger.
Sorry, Hope thought they were the fawns here. No, it's this guy.
Yeah, right? Like, I have been out-fonsed by a mile, and I'm okay with that.
He elbows the jukebox, you know?
The bard falls over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide the crossword over to Amir and just point at the clue that I've been looking at and go, Amir.
Amir's smarter than Jakey is, but Jakey is it thought? Is that the word? Did you already forget the thing? True?
No.
I can't even remember what it.
It is not, but it is a thing that exists only in imagination.
Could I do intelligence then to see if, because again, Amir is smarter than I am. Oh, wait, why am I grabbing physical dice? I've been using D&D Beyond. Okay, well, I rolled anyway, so, is this investigation or just flat intelligence?
Flat intelligence.
Okay, then that would be 18. 13 plus
18, 5. The word figment pops into your mind.
Oh, that's a good word. That's a good word. Amir doesn't say like anything, goes, that's a tough one, and reaches in his bag in his rations and pulls out some dried figs. And just kind of like messing around, eating one, and just like close enough to like in front of the crossword. Doesn't say it out loud.
Am I smart enough to put this together? Is the question.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence.
I was gonna say, could this count as like an assist on an intelligence check of Hope's own kind of thing?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm not gonna roll this with advantage because as much as like I understand that you are, this is straight up whether Hope is smart enough to understand the context clue you are giving.
That's valid.
So it's not really an assist on the word. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Having said that, that is a 16.
Takes you just a little bit longer, but yeah, you figure it out.
You just see the kind of the fig man, fig man, figment, figment. Right in.
Love it. As you look at a different one, there is 8 across, and this is what this whole session's going to turn into.
Honest to God, I'm so excited. Let's go.
It is 8 letters across, and the clue for it is beauty is in the eye of. And then, yeah.
Oh, Hope knows this one. Hope's heard that phrase before.
Okay, for a second there, when you said Hope knows this one, and I like paused at saying the phrase. I was like, Hope's seen these? Anyway.
Hope would at the very least be aware of these.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess in the Underdark they are common, so yeah, that's a thing. Anyway.
Whilst I'm doing this crossword and suddenly getting quite good at it, thank you very much. Hello. It's Jolie. I almost said Jolene then. Jolene. It's Jolie who hasn't really said anything, right?
Hasn't said anything at all.
Can I get a vibe check?
Yeah, absolutely.
A little vibaroo check.
Just a little vibe.
Just
some vibes.
Where's the vibe?
You know what? That's really shitty. I'm just so excited about this crossword. That's only a 12.
With a 12, it's kind of you don't know. It's not a negative vibe, not a positive vibe, just kind of there.
They're just vibing. You know?
Just there, yeah. It's
They're
just a
vibing.
vibe. Just a vibe. Yep.
All right, fair enough.
As you're all sitting there, the door to the inn gets kicked open. Music stops for a second, and three individuals walk in. One a silver dragonborn, one a very small pixie, and another a half orc. As they all stand there, they look tough. They look mean. These look like real sons of bitches. They're like, hey! As they all walk in, the music starts back up again, and they immediately go over to the bar. You can all overhear this conversation as they're like, we kicked that sea hag's ass! And they're just very excited about what they've done. Drinks start coming over. People are like gathering around to try and hear the story of how they defeated the sea hag. Here, Naba looks over and is like, yeah, those there, they don't even have a cool name. They just call themselves the Shits. It's kind of arrogant. Don't know where that accent
The Shits. I'm sorry, they call themselves the Shits.
Yeah.
Like, I look to Hope first and then go, wait, why am I asking you for content? And then I looked at Deirdre to see Deirdre's like reaction to this. Yeah. Amir just also does.
I don't know about it.
I'm strangely a little offended, but but isn't entirely sure why.
A lot of us lower level adventurers, we like to make fun of them because they think they're the shit, but we call them the shits, like diarrhea, because that's our ongoing joke. We would never say that out loud. They'd kick our ass, but they're strong adventurers, I suppose. That's pretty neat.
So their name is the Shit. They didn't actually call themselves the Shits, right?
Yeah, no, there's no S on the end. It's just the shit. We call them the Shits. I think it's more funny.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. You see a slight smirk off of Jolie.
Amir's gonna get up from the table briefly and just it's like, I'm just gonna stretch my legs again. And Amir's gonna walk around till he's out of eye shot, and he's gonna reach into his bag and he's gonna pull out that bone white mask, and he's thumbing the sides of it and kind of looking at this group. He's not really paying attention where he's walking, and he's holding it forward, and he speaks into the back of it, and he asks, if we were to become a group of adventurers, do you know what a good name for us could be? Something better than the Shits. And as Amir asks that out loud, holding the mask, bumps into the back of the half-orc.
Oh.
And Amir stands very still for a second, but still lets that question echo out to the observer.
All right. Chat. What do you think would be a good name for this group? As we wait, Jakey, could we get some hold music?
Yeah, totally. The board, no! It's fine. I'm just a regular guy. I'm connecting the call. As you reach out into the ethos, you might be wondering, could I have a snack while I'm pondering my existence? Well, you can, because bananas are there for you.
You know,
Can we also appreciate the fact that for the bit right at the beginning, Drew just fucking vored a banana repeatedly.
I do appreciate that. Oh, dude, sorry.
I'm so excited to edit this out of the podcast.
It's gonna be great.
As How stands upright against the back of the half orc after asking this question, bumping into them, stands up for a second, a little upright, cracks their neck.
I actually heard that one. That was real nice.
Thanks. It felt wonderful. Rolls their shoulders and hearing these whispers and the face of this plain mask, slowly a grin creeps across it and two cross eyes. Cross eyes as in like X's, not two cross eyes emoji face thing. Be wild though. And pats the half orc on the shoulder and goes, "Sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to bump into you there, friend." Pats him.
So we're all here, and he gives you a big old slap on the back. Kind of sends you forward a little bit, like in a lurch. And then as you do, he comes over and into your chest, slaps a drink. He's like, "Drink to me!" And then kind of like pushes you back into the crowd.
Holding now a free drink. Body's a temple, but not his anymore. Pushes the book as far down in the bag as possible, and from under the mask, just drinks gone.
Amazing. Back at the table, Naba's like, well, it's been a long day. So yeah, it was great seeing you. You know, I'm staying here at the tavern. There's actually a third floor upstairs. It's like a secret thing. Yeah, I guess it's not a secret anymore. And he laughs back, grabs the carrot, flips it in the air, grabs it, and he's like, "But I'll see you later. If you go check out that lighthouse, do be safe. And it's just an abandoned lighthouse. You know, from what I heard, when the place was like caked with shadows and stuff, there was like a shadow demon took out the light. I don't know, but you know, all the bad things are gone from the shadows, so it can't be too bad. But do be safe. And if I don't get to run into you again, tell your ma I said hey.
I'll do that. How long are you in town for?
Looks around to the other two. He's like, I don't know. As long as these two shitheads want to stay. As gives a tap. You do see a smile on both their faces. It was definitely taken in a good way.
Well, I guess I'll be seeing ya. And I'll
Yeah.
be hearing about your exploits.
I'm gonna write a memoir about it. It's gonna be great. 1,000 carats, a journey from the Feywild. I don't know. I like it.
Heron gone again.
Oh my god, that one's so good. I'll have to use that one. Wow. Deirdre, you're my favorite. And comes and gives you a big old hug. And
I
then,
still remember you being so much taller.
well, that's because you used to be a shorty. I only grew so much. My ears got longer though. As he grabs a little book out, writes it, Heron gone again, and tucks the book back in his bag. You're the best, Deirdre. Don't you change.
You neither.
And then he like hops out of the way. You see the other Brooke looks over. Oh, thanks. And then Jolie just stands up, gives a head nod, and then follows them out. And they head upstairs. You are now at the table by yourself.
They seem nice. So, adventurers. Are we adventurers? Do you want adventure?
I mean, I haven't really thought about it before, but like, is that something that you guys want? Because I can help you out if you want to.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe adventuring helps people sometimes, but also helps us with money.
At the helps us with money. I think a hand slaps between the two of them, laying the lighthouse job down. That is exactly why we should do it. For the money, my friends, as an arm rests on each of them. The most contact Amir has made with either of them in the entirety of knowing them.
I just look up and I go, oh, it's you.
Head tilts and like the mask eyes squint. Yes, me. And suddenly stands upright, almost like, what do you know? And scuttles around and then sits on the other side of the table where the others were and like starts pouring their drinks into like a one single cup and with feet on the table and then just like starts sipping from this like King's Cup mess. We should adventure. I mean, you're from somewhere far, Deirdre. You've been around, you've got a magic bag where strange things happen. You've got cool contacts. You'd be wonderful at adventuring and hope. You can sense things. You can peer into people's thoughts and their minds. And I mean, I have everything else we need. And then there's that, the tall one, Gaia. We could sign them up too. I think this would be wonderful because we could start small and pushes the lighthouse thing to them. But we get bigger and bigger and bigger. Those towers, they offer 30,000 gold pieces. So think. The little gnome, there was lots of money out there. But just think, we could buy that band's entire bar for one tower.
So?
I don't sense people's thoughts. Amir told me not to.
But I'm telling you, it's okay every so often to pry. I mean, wouldn't you want to know if someone was hiding something from you? That's not something a friend would do. Friends don't lie to one another, Hope.
Are you
I'm
afraid?
here.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Insight check.
Mm-hmm. Jakey, don't tell if
Yeah.
it is deception or persuasion. Just give a number.
I will not.
From here to the bar,
Mm-hmm.
did a tall person in a green cloak approach you?
A tall person in a green cloak. Whoa. First off, it was a 20. And they are being honest that they're a friend. But this is like sinister friend of like, it's not as well intended as someone who might sit there and try and teach you words, as someone who might teach you words that you could scrape into the bottom of a desk. Like Amir teaches you things like apple. This dude would teach you words like fuck and shit. So that's the vibe.
Yeah, that was 24 from me, by the way, Drewby.
Yeah, no, I saw D&D Beyond and I was like, nope.
Yeah, given that I have been around the Amir Collective for a while, I know that this is the other person in the collective.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, although we haven't interacted directly, I would have sensed some of these vibes previously from the mask.
Absolutely.
However, despite this, I am going to reach into my bag and take out that extra apple that I bought and hand it over.
Almost like they sit upright a little bit, but like almost a little too quick, but then like hold their shoulders back and there's like a little straining and they just slowly like reach out and take it. But then it's just like as it's they're holding it, their fingers are digging a little too deep in it because they're like, oh my God, food. And then they glance over to Deirdre.
I didn't see someone tall with a green cloak, but there
Well, it
could
doesn't
have been
to be
someone.
green. It could be like red. It could be like blue. It could
Oh.
be yellow.
And reaching into in basically where Amir's pants are a little more puffy, padded, takes out a very tightly wound like bag, almost like a satchel, and pulls out a blue-ish colored cloak and places it down, the one that how usually would wear,
Kind of like this color, because that's one that's mine, but I didn't see someone else with one.
Deirdre who?
Yes, I'm very curious about hooded friends.
I was just told not to talk to them. Like if somebody came up to you and was like, "Hey, you interested in some of this like cool magic-y shit?" And you're like, "No, say no to tall people in cloaks." That's what I was told.
Fortunately for you, I'm not wearing my cloak currently, and I'm not very tall myself. So you can trust me.
the mask does like batting eyes. As it lifts a little bit, and when it lifts, the mouth disappears as it's not like fully connected with the face, and there's just like apple crunching sounds from underneath it. Very feral but then with like a full mouth. But seriously, I think we should give a little more thought to this adventuring business as like apple bits kind of spray across the table. I think you two would be wonderful at it.
Your favorite? No. Preferred. Your preferred name.
Ah.
Not Amir.
Not even close. So yes, you each may call me How. I've heard lots about you. I know a great deal. It's nothing snooping or prying, don't worry. But I know Mir thinks very highly of you, and I think just a little higher than he does. I'm the better friend. While you're both... Oh, back to you. Deck my mic. Deck the mic with my fist. Oh, it happened a bunch every time, and we almost got through without doing it, and then I just go, sure you can!
Well, nice to meet you. How?
Shakes their hand. It is very nice to meet you, Hope. And then offers a hand to Deirdre.
What do you want in exchange for that?
My hand?
Marriage?
Marriage?
Buy me
I
a
can't
drink
possibly
first.
Get married?
Do I look like the... No, this isn't I just would shake your hand like we met. That is... Did seriously he not tell you about handshakes?
Oh, no, I know all about handshakes. I just don't like them.
Feywild stuff, right? Okay. Then how about a knuckle bump?
High five?
The crisp is for you. How then takes I hate this, but goes to the notebook and rips a page out and then starts writing ideas of names for the group, which are Thought Police, Drawing a Blank, Planeswalkers, Planefinders, Underwilds, Fey Dark, and then slides the page over.
Jakey, I think you missed one out there.
Oh, and Fuddruckers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you also miss aeroplanes?
Oh, I did. And the aeroplanes. Thank you.
And I'm assuming, as standard, Yiga clan is on there, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, there's just like a symbol in the corner, though, and a banana beside it. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, every time you look at that one, it's just super weird. Like a little sound just plays in your head, but...
He's for me.
I guess I will... Yeah, Hope's going to kind of look at the names. Deirdre? Favorite one?
There's a lot of power in a name, so I don't want to pick it.
But you're a very powerful person. I've seen your magic. Having the power of a name come from someone who's powerful, that only makes sense. But if you don't want to fully decide, I mean, your opinion at least, maybe narrow it down. For friends.
Can't see, but I'm squinting my eyes.
I'm really squinting at you. You see this?
Some may say it's allergies.
Some may say it's Drew getting his passport picture taken.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Does anyone else have an opinion? Why are we leaving this to me?
Well, I know ones like I like this one and points at specifically Underwilds and Feydark because also for some reason drawing a blank I really like.
We are drawing a blank. Actually, fuck yeah, that's really good.
I really like that
Right?
one.
Right? That's
Right?
actually really good. Fuck.
Right?
Are we gonna be drawing a blank?
Oh my god, we're team dab.
Oh fuck!
I mean, it
think
fits
we
in the
gotta
world
now.
with gang gang.
I think we gotta. Damn.
Yeah, the adventuring party. Dab.
Love it.
Every time they
that is
win.
That is a traditional Underdark greeting, I'll have you know.
We are cultured.
What's good?
Yeah.
Everything's sad down here. Whoa.
Yeah, right? I'm a flump. We don't even have arms. Whoa.
It's the tentacles. Just like.
I
actually really love drawing a blank.
Yeah, right? It's just like, it's growing on me. It's growing on me.
It's really good.
It's good wordplay. I appreciate it. Hope is going to drum two fingers over Underwild's Planeswalkers and drawing a blank. Specifically pointing at drawing a blank and going, I think all of the collective likes this one.
I think so too. Would you accept drawing a blank, Deirdre?
As long as it's what you guys want, I am happy.
The mask guy squint as takes the paper kind of thing. I hope not all of your happiness is contingent on ours.
Well, I mean, if there's anything you guys really want to do, I would love to help you with that.
Some point we're going to talk about what you specifically want, but I won't make you talk about that now because I can tell that might. Anywho, anyone want to come with me to the registration desk? Don't everybody. Oh, thank God. How gets up and folds this paper around so that specifically drawing a blank is the only one that's kind of showing and almost makes like a paper ball and starts marching on over to the registration desk or wherever we would go to I guess
Nabo would have pointed. It's at the bar up with
cool.
Lola Cath. As you make your way up there, the three the shit as they call themselves are still up there. And there's a few other people there, but you managed to find a way to sneak in over there. The Lola Cath is hurriedly passing out drinks, but manages to catch his attention. Well, hey there. What all do you need?
Well, my friends and I would like to register to become part of the guild. We're very talented explorers, but didn't realize that, it would become much easier if we connected. So we have a name, and puts the paper ball down with the drawing a blank on the front showing.
Now, I like that. There's clever wordplay there. I like it a lot. All right, here's what you
very
do.
much
And
is.
Slides the book over. There's a little bit of water that kind of sprays with it. He's like, sorry about that. All right. So you just write your name in here just to give you a heads up. We do a 2% to the guild. But with that 2% off the money you make off of it, you get to stay at our inns for free. And 1 meal per day is allotted to you.
Only 2%? That's quite the deal. Well, I guess for bigger contract jobs, that starts to. Anyway. Sorry, just doing mental math.
Yeah, math. Real fun thing I don't like to do. That's why I got an accountant.
Me too.
Neat. All right, now sign here in the book. You're gonna put your name there, and then after you list the group name, I need the names of everyone that's in the party. And then after that, well, you pick your first quest.
Fantastic. Wait, so does somebody sign to register everyone's names and then they're just on, or we each sign individually, yes?
Preferably, everybody signs individually, but sometimes I know parties can be separate, so if you need to sign for somebody else, that's allotted here.
We do. We do.
Well, that's good to know.
Hope is going to grab the pen and the paper and write down drawing a blank. And then is going to write down Deirdre, Hope, how, and somehow spell it correctly. Because, you know.
How does point out it's tattooed on one of his arms, so when he introduced himself, he like underlined it on his finger.
Very good. How, Rothamir, and thinks for a second, and then writes down Gaia's name as well.
Oh, wonderful. Now, you got a group of 4. That's a good classic adventuring party right there.
I wrote down 5 names.
Did you? Like I said, I have an accountant. I don't do the math.
That's very good. That is such a fast response to that. That was very good. Wow. That is. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Drew, I would give you inspiration, but I don't want you to use it against us. So...
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow, that was that seemed like a planned bit. That was very good.
Know me. I will absolutely use inspiration against you. I may be a kind DM, but I can be merciless.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I try.
Why would you say that, Jakey?
Because I don't fear him. I'll play this proverbial game of chicken till I die.
You know? He takes the book, spins it, shuts it up. He's like, all right now. First drinks on the house for the brand new party. Whenever you pick your quest, just let me know and get you started on it. I'll tell you all the details.
Just slaps down the lighthouse page.
Damn, that was fast. All right. Spins the page around and looks like, oh yeah, that one's been there for quite a while now. That one's a lighthouse down southwest of here. You've probably seen it. It's off on its own little island. You gotta take a boat to get to it now. It's a little bit dangerous when it's stormy, but usually when it's calmer, it's pretty safe to get out there. There's, I'm sure you can get somebody down by the docks and get them to get you over to the lighthouse. From what we read about this, it looks like that lighthouse went out of commission when the shadows were here, and after that, well, just stayed out of commission. We get tales of people arriving on ships saying they see somebody up at the top of the lighthouse, but ain't nobody supposed to be there, so I don't know. Go check it out, see what's it's about. And like I said, you got 30 gold, and then obviously the 2% comes off that, but there you go.
Seems straightforward enough. We find a boat, we get to the lighthouse, and then we've done our first quest.
Yep, sounds good. Now I gotta go serve the rest of these people. Y'all have a good day now. Be safe out there. All right.
You too as well.
Get off the rafters, you.
No!
It's very much Gungus up in the rafters, still alive.
I will never die.
Oh god, is Gungus going to appear in every episode in just like a background cameo? Because I'm 110% here for that.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, he's a ghost. He's possessing them.
They call me Gungish Rafter.
We got a skidder. Yeah, so you have now gotten your first quest. Outside it is You've been in the tavern for realistically about maybe 2 hours or so. So it's about 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, you can decide what you want to do with your day.
Well, looks to the two here. You mentioned something early about wanting to ask some people for money. Do you want to do that for a bit before we go to the lighthouse?
Do we need it right now?
I mean, we might. Never know when you'll run out. Speaking, and it kind of hops on one foot and reaches into pulls their boot off and pops the bottom and pulls out a pouch that's quite well weighted, and then puts it on their side and tucks that and pulls the boot back on.
As you're mid-conversation, the group that's been playing upstairs, you just hear, "All right, everybody, you have a good night. We will see you next time we're in town. Have a good one." And the band is getting off the stage. Stage is now clearing.
Night? 2 in the afternoon.
Maybe it's a play on words like you guys are good knights, because there's, it's the adventurers.
I mean, like, if you guys really need the money, I can play again. Maybe.
I mean, only if you want to.
I mean, it's inside though, so maybe I have to ask someone.
Maybe.
Can my friend play up on stage? They're very talented.
As you say this, everybody roll a perception real quick.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Boise. Oh.
ooh.
That is a solid 8 from a natural 1.
That's
A nat 20.
25. What was yours, Jen?
25.
Nice. The two of you immediately notice that this band is shit-faced. They have been handed drinks after drinks after drinks. And as they're getting off the stage, the one who is playing the drums, the tiefling, falls flat on their face. You hear an uproar of laughter. Obviously, when they said night, they be drunk.
It is nighttime for him. That's very good.
I will not be doing that.
Oh yes, no, don't drink on the job. That's for after.
The Lakatha looks back your direction after you ask the question. He's like, "Yeah, rightly, I don't give a shit what you do up on the stage. It's the people that are listening that are gonna judge you about it, so good luck."
Well, if I'm allowed, then sure.
All right, y'all, we got a new what's the name of your band? Or is it just you?
Do you guys play anything?
I do.
I also do. Maybe.
Are we in a band right now?
Possibly not well, but we're about to find out.
How it goes to somebody who's eating a bowl of porridge, pulls something from their hand, and then marches to somebody who's stirring some coffee and pulls it from their hand, wipes them off, and just starts doing that.
So
that's all I got.
Yeah, Hope pulls a small wooden flute out of their bag.
We should be blank canvas, like drawing a blank, but the flipped. That's the band name. Ooh.
All right, now what's the name? Come on, I gotta get these people excited now. You want
Just
that money?
an
Or not?
empty piece of paper.
Or the blanks.
All right, everybody, we got the blanks coming up to do the next music. Hopefully, they don't get shit faced as well. It just drops down the thing. And you see on the second floor open balcony, you see the stage is now clear. Tiefling still face down on the ground.
Okay, Deirdre, this is your band. So, what are we doing?
We're gonna be playing a song from my hometown. It's called. You know what? You don't even need to know. And then just like starts
Good song name. Good song name.
Well, okay, no. She'll say it, but it's in Sylvan, so it just like comes out like just birds, just birds twittering.
It's an interesting start to this tavern's vibe of just like these sweet sounds of birds and other naturey noises, accompanied with, I assume, your accordion.
Yeah,
Okay.
the concertina. Yeah.
Yep.
Incredible. Oh my god, are we about to bust into some Weird Al style polka?
This is
Yeah,
I'm
Fey
into it.
polka.
Feywild is polka exclusively.
Very good.
Incredible, let's go.
If only I still had Streamlabs Ultra, I would be playing my polka right now. But yes. So I need, and the other two of you are joining in, I assume, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Deirdre, roll a performance at advantage
Oh dang!
with the help of your two others.
Whilst we are performing, can I be sending out the vibes?
For sure.
Those good chill energy, you know? Doing
That's
my
a 28.
thing. Yo, that's fucking ridiculous. This polka is off the chain.
Damn.
Showing you some fucking polka.
Polka face.
Pokemon!
What people, when you started playing, got a lot of weird looks. Got a lot of weird looks of like, this isn't really the vibe. But as soon as you start getting into it and the flute comes in and the spoons start clacking with it, you're starting to hear the sounds of waterfalls and birds chirping, crickets doing the thing. They're like, whoa, holy shit, who is this? And people will start moving. They start grooving. They start getting down on some polka. People are really enjoying this. And in fact, the people that were offering drinks now are offering drinks up to the band as well. And okay, 12 gold pieces are flung up onto the stage from different people. So, you know, some throw one, some throw another, but you end up with 12 gold pieces up on the stage. People are really getting down to this new vibe in the inn.
What sort of drinks are they passing up?
It's a good
I
question.
asked, not drinking anything.
It's a good question. There are, this isn't, ooh, you know what? All of you roll a history real quick. I'm just intrigued to see what kind of drinks everybody's characters knows.
My brain was like, this should be with disadvantage because I don't drink anything. And then I was like, no, wait, the Rolodex. Never mind. But that is still a 7, so.
Okay. Me, Drew, personally having a bunch of friends that do this kind of gigs all the time. The thing getting passed up to you is an interesting cinnamon whiskey, aptly called Fireball.
I did roll a 17 for drinks. And I do know a little bit because my mom has that, like, for solo time, you know?
Absolutely. Mom's got wine time.
It's 1 o'clock. It's wine noon.
Yeah. Definitely drinks of it's almost lukewarm Fireball. Occasionally 1 or 2 are nice and chilled, but for the most part it is like they've been sitting on the table and they're like, yeah, y'all great. Whoa, here you go. One person comes up. They are also shit. This is 2 in the afternoon, mind you. They go to give the drink, and then it pours into the tip bucket. I'm like, oh, y'all got stickers?
From under the mask, one of the spoons goes and then sticks it on his nose.
And meanders off.
I
But
am
yeah.
getting such like this is setting off like I'm friends with people who do this and this is too real. This is too real, man.
I'm sorry, I know D&D is an escapism, but sometimes you just gotta bring that
like
realness.
I'm getting vague memories of onion bhajis and shots and boy howdy. Cool. Okay. Well, I guess we're jamming out for a bit. It's a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. How long are we gonna play for?
I don't know, Deidre, how long is the set list?
I can play polka for hours, you know, but I feel like you guys might not be able to. So let's play till like 3. Let's play for an hour. And then at the end of my set list, I'm gonna be using enthralling performance to convince people to tip us more.
Okay.
Just like the ones that are like handing out the most money. Yeah.
Okay.
How will remember this?
How do you feel about 42 gold pieces?
That's more than 10. We like that.
Damn, we're really good at maths.
When you roll 2 nat 1s and a 2, yeah, no, they are enthralled with your performance. They think this is, you guys now have like groupies, like they love this. They've never heard anything like this before. They're like, wow, you know what else would go real good with this? A harmonica. Mind blown. They're just having a great
Wouldn't
time.
you know it? I got a harmonica.
Literally one of them, their heads just, it's just wild.
Y'all, we need to let Liz know that Gaia needs to learn the harmonica.
It's a fact.
But yeah, it works on 5 people because my charisma score is 5.
And then if they succeed, they don't know I attempted to charm them.
With 2 extras, let's see. One does succeed, because what is the save on that?
16.
Okay, yeah. One succeeds, another one fails, so let's see. How generous are they being? Another 4 gold for you, and 2 silver. Wow.
No electrum.
Y'all
Wow.
y'all don't even need to go on this quest. You've already made up your money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, quest was board tavern. Check.
But you can still get 30 more gold pieces. Well, almost. Minus 2%.
As we're kind of getting down from the stage, I'm gonna pick up one of the glasses of fireball. Just kind of smell it.
It's very aromatic of cinnamon. Like the cinnamon smacks you so hard in the face, it almost burns your nostrils some.
Well, it would if I had any.
Sure. Even without nostrils.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's just like, ooh.
Damn, that stings.
That is a thing.
The Rolodex is kind of flicking through to a memory of something cinnamony, and I imagine it's picking up like the cinnamon on top of an apple pie or something. And it's just like, oh, that is a pleasant thing. Okay. Interesting. And I kind of look at it. How?
Oh, you wouldn't pause this long, but I'm going, oh no, I know that tone of voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's
anyway.
not here to ask, so.
I think if we're standing on top of the stage, squatting, holding, like, double fisting fireball drinks, and just sipping one of them. Yes?
Is good?
Oh, it's very good. It's an acquired taste, though.
I kind of look down at the bracelet of memories from my dear sweet friend, Amir. And I take a little sip. A little sippy sip.
Roll me a Constitution save, please, and thank you.
He didn't lie. He likes them.
That's a seven.
Anyway.
The burn of this subpar whiskey and the mix of cinnamon with it immediately burns your throat going down. Not in a like has Hope ever had like good whiskey?
Drew, I'm a level with you. This is the first drink Hope has ever had in her life.
Okay.
As in,
I would like to apologize to everyone who is a Hope stan. I would like to apologize to all future Hope stans. This was not how I thought today would go.
Like not even water. Like not even water. This is the first thing that she has ever tasted and drank.
Okay. Let me give you a better description of this drink. Are you ready?
Okay, for reference, V will not touch Fireball because cinnamon, no thank you. Whiskey, no thank you. But I know exactly what this is gonna be, and I'm just I want the word picture, Drew. I want it so bad. Give it to me.
As you bring the glass up to your mouth and you get the first taste of Fireball in there, it's immediately overpowering with cinnamon. It's like way too much cinnamon. And as it kind of tingles on the roof of your mouth and your tongue and it burns a little bit, the whiskey, subpar, not great, comes in with an additional antiseptic kind of feel to it. As it continues down into your throat, it burns. It burns terribly. You start coughing, you gag a little bit, and eventually throw it back up. That is your experience with Fireball.
Yeah, that tracks.
Sorry, Fireball. Not ever expecting you to, I don't know, do anything with our channel, but hey,
if you offered,
drink sucks.
Go elsewhere.
Yeah.
It could have been couldn't pay me to do it.
It could have been Goldschlager, It could have been worse.
Hey, I've had a good decade ago I had Goldschlager and it was tolerable.
Or Rumble.
Shit's face right now is just killing me. Just the.
Fireball, if you do want to sponsor someone, I have a friend I can put you in touch with. Yeah, I think throwing it back up into the same glass, just that, just looking at it, and then repeating House words. A quiet taste. A quiet taste.
Just a clasp on the shoulder, and just from behind, and just a pat. Yes.
Quiet taste.
Acquired taste.
A quiet taste.
Just slowly, like, top of fingers takes it from their hands, and just somebody who's not paying attention walks by, pours that into their drink, and then just places the glass down.
Did they just spit back into that cup, though? Just,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Good.
A quiet taste.
Where are we going? What are we doing now? As you all get off of the stage, there's a furball that walks up, and he's like, "Hey there, I gotta get up on that stage now. I appreciate you. Y'all sounded real good."
Thanks.
All right.
Quite the show to follow up.
Yeah, I just watched you. All right. Has looks over to Hope. He gets up on the stage, pulls out from behind the stage. There's like this little curtain. He moves it, pulls it out. He's got a drum. He puts it on his back. He grabs out a guitar, brings out a little harmonica, and then puts out the little shoe bells and a little tambourine, and he hooks it onto his side. He is a one-man band. He's like, all right, now let's get this going. And of course, continues to play. Sounds pretty good.
He didn't get announced, did he?
Nope, sure didn't.
I want to know this guy's name. I want to know this act's name. Like, I got questions. Hope's never seen a one-man band before. What the fuck? He's doing all the parts? What the fuck? I'm having a day, all right?
Yeah, he's the Mossy Furbolg Canteen. All he plays is bum 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 bum
And then when he
Just that on
finishes
loop.
that song, like everyone gives him kind of a lukewarm round of applause, and then he's like, "I take requests," and then just like throws his voice to the other side of the room. Play that same song. All right then.
The fur band. I love it.
Incredible, amazing.
Fur band man. That's it.
Very good.
But yeah, so y'all make your way back downstairs. What are we doing?
Ha's gonna kind of start to stand near the door and just kind of like go find a boat if you guys want.
Is it still storming outside?
It is, but what's a stormy boat among friends?
I mean, I've been on a stormy boat, and I'll do the fireball.
Oh, so you'd rather do that? Oh.
No, I'll do what Hope did with the fireball.
Oh, that. Yeah. As funny as that would be, How's gonna take like a little peek outside. How bad's it looking on the waters?
Just there's no lightning, no thunder. Very much just like it's a gentle rain at this point.
I mean, it's not too bad. It's not gonna be rocky, and it's a short boat ride, so it should be okay.
Let's go.
Why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy?
Amazing.
Yeah. How's gonna start making their way with the crew to the dock.
Making our way down. I love it.
We're so original.
We're the best. As you walk out of the Fabled Inn, you move on out, and things change, like the ambiance. There we go. Okay. Now it just goes to a gentle rain hitting on the stones down below. You see people still walking around. They're still mooring up the ships at the docks. And you start making your way towards the docks. And as you do, there are the two men. They appear to be human, standing at the entrance of these docks. It appears to be the only one-way entrance into that area.
Just gonna keep walking like we belong. See what happens.
Okay. As you continue to move through, You see the one, he leans closer to y'all. If anybody wants to roll a perception.
I would love to do that.
So I'm gonna be right back. So How's gonna be like, Deirdre, you got this. Charisma them.
That is a 17 for perception.
I also got 17.
Ooh.
As you look at them as they're leaning towards you, you notice both of them have a symbol on their clothing. It's the image of a rising sun, but half of it's missing. It's in red on a white patch. Both of them wear it over. It's like they're wearing like a leather vest that has a hood attached to it, and then have white sleeves that come down. It is on the white sleeve, and he leans in and says, "So, what business do you have here?"
Well, we took up a job to go and check the lighthouse out. We were wondering if one of you could provide us passage?
You ain't here to cause no trouble.
No.
That's good. We'll keep an eye on you. If you go down to the ends of the docks, sure you might find someone who can help you out.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
They just kind of give you a look. They don't say nice to meet you back or anything of that. If you wanted to roll an insight, you can. But even without an insight, it's very much a...
It was a 9.
Sure.
Is that a Terry? Is that a fucking Terry? Is that a goddamn Terry? For those of you listening on Spotify, it's a beautiful hairless cat named Terrence.
His name is Teriyaki.
His name is
Because he's a
Terrence
raw
when he's in
chicken
trouble.
baby.
That's right.
He's a raw chicken baby, so his name is Teriyaki.
I love it. Even with that low of an insight, it's very much like a get out of here kind of vibe. Not great. It's not great. Not a great vibe.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not the worst vibe we've come across.
Yeah. As you're making your way further along the docks, you're starting to see more and more of individuals wearing this symbol somewhere on their clothing. Some down on like a loincloth area, some up on shoulders, some like on their back. It's a symbol that you keep seeing repeatedly. As you make your way further down the docks, there are 2 small rowboats. You see an elderly gentleman, human, sitting down by the dock, and you see a younger guy who is putting up fishing nets onto the boat. They seem to be conversing back and forth, maybe about the catch of the day or things like that.
Hello?
Ah, it gave me a spook there.
Sorry.
How you? Can I help you?
Yeah. We took a job on about the lighthouse. I guess somebody's wondering what's up with that. So,
That is a valid question. Are you with the guild? Oh, well, that's good to know. Yeah, my son could take you there, but I ain't letting him stay on that island now. All right. Well, Junior, go ahead and take him. Do you got any money you could throw us? Anything at all really help. We're just fishermen. We bring in fish for the market.
Sure. Do you want like 4 gold pieces? Is
4
that-
gold pieces? Good heavens. That's a lot of money. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll take 4 gold pieces. That's incredibly generous.
I hope it helps you.
Yeah, we can afford to buy new nets. As you look down, you can clearly see there's a bunch of like holes in their nets. It's not well kept. There's
Well,
2
I
broken
should
fishing
hope there are
poles.
holes in the nets. Otherwise, how would they work? That.
God damn it.
Awesome.
But yeah, you see some ripped up nets in there, and a couple of broken fishing poles. He's like, yeah, that'll help a lot. Junior, come on now. He gives a little head nod. He's probably the younger one, his son, realistically probably in his mid-30s. Says, all right, you going out to Franklin's Tower there?
If that's the name of the lighthouse, then yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, come on in. Let me move some stuff out of the way. And starts moving nets and fishing poles out of the way. There should be enough space for you. And whenever you're ready, you just let me know and we'll get going. If one of y'all wants to help me row out there, the water's a little bit choppy, but not too bad.
Oh, I will help.
Oh, thanks. Well, here you go, and he hands over an oar. He's like, well, let's get going before that storm gets here.
Wake me up when we're there. Feet up on them, like the thing just laying as like lackadaisically as possible.
Start rowing out.
I'm gonna watch what he does and just mirror what he does.
I'll play my concertina in like tune with like when we should be rowing.
It's like, wow, this is real nice. Y'all should come fishing sometime. Don't really catch much out here, but this is at least nice to have the company.
Hard pass.
Fair enough. All right. Y'all just join the guild or something? This is...
Yeah, we've been, around adventuring, killing monsters, stuff like manticores and whatnot. It's no big deal.
Wow. Can't believe you're coming out here to look at the lighthouse. If you're out there taking care of manticores, then seems a little beneath you.
Yeah, you've been babysitting manticores?
What?
Well, you said
Babysit.
you take care of them, so...
Oh. Yeah, babysitting them. The mask winks at the dude driving the boat.
Okay. Well, won't take too long to get out here. It's just like awkwardly, like just looking down. He was trying to make some small talk, but obviously it wasn't going great. Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's just not a great day to go fishing, is all. So, but that 4 gold helps the family. It's real nice of you.
Can I give a vibe check on this guy?
Yeah.
We're like out of the water already, and I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, we're already out on this dude's boat, and we just turns out that it's just like, yeah, lighthouse is actually like the murder house. Like this dude just like, we got 4 gold pieces from him, and we're going to get the rest of them.
Yeah, sure.
That's 23.
23 vibes you pick up. It's very awkward vibes. This guy probably doesn't see a lot of people that actually come out on the boat with him, but seems to be legitimately taking you to where you want to go.
Okay.
How bad he is.
He's not evil, he's just awkward.
Yeah.
And there's no greater sin than that.
About another 20-30 minutes passes by.
God, this is the most awkward 20-30 minutes.
Yeah, no,
so
it's
far in this
terrible.
How is just giving this dude 1-word answers for most of the thing? He's just like, oh yeah, like what kind of stuff do you do? Adventuring. So it's like, you ever been out on a boat? No. It's just like how at this point tries to stonewall this dude as much as possible.
Well, this is Franklin's tower here. So, and he pulls up alongside the lighthouse. The boat's kind of rocking a little bit more. It's like, y'all be safe up in there. I mean, nothing to be scared about, I guess, but, well.
And can you come back tomorrow to take us back?
Yeah, I mean, you gave us 4 gold. I suppose that's the least I can do for you.
Thank you.
All right, well, have a...
Bring a couple, and like stands by Hope and then Deirdre, this tall bags just in case.
As he starts doing a double row away.
He's like, "Fuck, get the fuck
Oh,
out."
so now he can row by himself.
As you all stand up on the shore of this like rocky island, you look up at this lighthouse. And that's where we're going to take a break. Yay! We'll be back in 15 minutes. Don't you worry, I put a timer on the Be Right Back, so you'll know when we're coming back. Until then, eat your bananas! Yeah, or, you know, do whatever you want to do. Okay, goodbye! Spooky. All right, spooky. Hello, welcome back. We took a nice little break there. Everything's great. The decision of eating banana skins did not negatively affect me at all. We are doing wonderful. Hooey.
You just took a drink, you motherfucker.
Yes, but we return. You were just dropped off on the island of Franklin's Tower. As the three of you step onto the island, you look up, and at the base of this lighthouse, over the top of the door, there are some words. What languages does everybody speak?
Just common and Sylvan.
Common, undercommon, and celestial.
Common, undercommon, deep speech, and druidic.
Nice. In common, it says...
Incredible.
God damn it.
In common, it says, "May the four winds guide you home again," over top of the door. As you look up, the lighthouse itself doesn't seem too destroyed from when the shadows came in. As you know from in the city, there are some buildings that are still a little bit crumbly and things like that. Lighthouse doesn't seem too affected. There is actually roll an investigation for me, everybody. Let's take a gander at what we're doing.
15.
That's a solid 8.
5.
Deirdre, as you look down on the ground you're walking on, you notice there are barnacles. There is semi-dried seaweed on the base of the rocky areas where you're standing. And a few, like, there's a starfish off on the side. And it just seems like it's possibly at low tide right now. And this is what you see at the base of the lighthouse.
I will explain that to the group.
Anybody that would like to can make an intelligence check on this, or nature.
Haha's gonna just keep an eye on the periphery of the water and is just gonna try and look and see what they can see up the lighthouse face itself. But they're not too concerned with the door or the water height.
As you look more towards the lighthouse, you can see watermarks that go up the lighthouse. It almost looks like it goes up to the second story.
Of like tides crashing into this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a nature check about this, ocean thing I've heard about before. Seems logical.
I've been on boats before.
There are oceans in the Underdark as well.
That's a solid 8. Let's go, baby.
But
that's a 16.
Obviously, the Underdark oceans are nothing like the ones above ground. But Deirdre, you're familiar with oceans in the Feywild, and they do also have tides there, as the Feywild mirrors the material plane. You know that there are 3 moons in the Feywild, and there are 2 moons here. So you can surmise that the tides do get rather high. But as you take a closer look, you can see barnacles growing up on the sides of this lighthouse as well. Water gets pretty high here during high tide, and off in the distance you can still see that thunderstorm, which now appears to be rolling in a little bit more.
I think it's time to get inside.
How kicks the door in?
With a big crash, the door almost falls off the hinge. It's very water weathered, surprisingly made of wood. As it kicks open, you see some crabs scurry around on the floor, getting out of the way. And inside, there are no lights. And you take a step in onto a wooden floor. It creaks as you take your first step inside. Who has dark vision?
120 feet of magical dark vision. Do these two not have dark vision?
No, I have dark vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say I should do, right? Like, yeah, I do.
I was like, you were both quiet, and I was like, oh god, please tell me I'm not the only one that can see, especially not this guy.
I'm used to having it on like the front of a sheet, and it's not on D&D Beyond. So I was like, I do right. I fucking do right. Like, please, dear God, we built this.
We did.
Surely,
we did.
surely I didn't fuck myself over like this.
Even with dark vision, obviously you're seeing in shades of gray. It's not like the room is fully lit by any means, but you get a little bit better view. There are some on the inside. You can see where seaweed has gotten in through small holes and cracks at the base of this tower, and has started collecting on tables and things. But when you look at the tables, they're pushed up against the wall. It doesn't look like anyone's resided here in quite some time. And then off in the northwest of the tower, you see the staircase. Nice winding spiral staircase that starts going up. Very steep stairs.
Is there anything coloration-wise, weathering-wise that would stand out? Because with Devil's Sight, I see this as if it's broad daylight.
Okay.
Like I have normal vision in magical and non-magical, so I'm like how's just gonna start walking around the room like very nonchalantly, just looking for whatever.
What you do see, being able to see, and what you do see is there's an amalgamation of old supply crates. There are tables, chairs, like, again, pushed to the side as if something has crashed them to one side of the lighthouse. And with a better look, you can roll a investigation, just a flat roll instead of a disadvantage.
15.
With a 15, you see bones, not forming any sort of skeleton by any means, just scattered throughout.
Bleached bones or like water weathered? What's the sitch as?
Very much water weathered. Barnacles on there, other like mollusks and things like that are on it, but they're all spread throughout. But everything seems to be on the western side of the tower, like it's been pushed.
The mask smiles in the dark, and from behind it there's those kind of like that creepy thing that like cat eyes do when they're like illuminated by like a flashlight kind of thing. Just that as how picks up a skull, and then just like seeing the text, "The four winds guide you home," and looking at the west side. Looks like somebody went home. And he tosses the skull to, I'll say, Deirdre.
Alas, poor Horatio, I knew
I don't know where that came from. Throws it on the ground.
Did you write that? That was profound.
No, I read it somewhere.
Hmm.
It's from the recesses of my mind, apparently.
Well, you know what? Hey, you wrote it. I'm sure they plagiarized stuff and said that they wrote it too.
Hope just like pulls a face. Seems pretentious.
I will call myself the Shaking Spear. Thank you.
From behind the mask, just softly. Gross. Is there... So you said there's not bones forming anything. With the amount of bones, this is a horrifying question to ask somebody. Is there enough bones to form a person or multiple people?
I will have you roll either a survival or an investigation.
Survival all the way, baby. Oh, yeah. 22.
This would be... there are enough bones to at least do 2 people.
Can I pull my mirror out?
Mm-hmm.
Based on the history of this place, I'm going to ask my mirror if the dead rise here at night to attack people. Ooh.
I say that specifically out loud.
Incredible.
Could we get just a slight bit of hold music, just for a moment?
Oh yeah, just a taste, just a morsel.
Just a morsel.
Yeah. Just a samplet here.
You get a response back. It is in the familiar male voice that you've heard quite often. It replies back, "No, not when they're already risen."
I'm gonna look at those bones again. Oh wait, no, only Deirdre hears this voice, right? Or is this out loud?
It would just be
Okay.
for Deirdre.
And how's like playing hacky sack with the other skull?
Those bones, they're spooky. But actually, step away from those bones, please.
Why? This one's just kind of stinky and watery.
Something tells me that they're risen already.
Like I'm just gonna like bone dust as fast as I can.
Yeah, it doesn't take much effort. The skull just like crumbles to dust. You get actually roll me a Constitution save as you do this.
Oh.
Oh no.
Can I like spread out my awareness to see if there are any other consciousness?
Is there anyone among us right now? Sorry.
Sounds sus.
Hello. I want to use my
Wow.
Luigi board to look for Mario.
Yeah, can I use my inner Luigi board?
How
see if there's-
far out can it extend?
Oh no, we made it up.
I'm gonna say probably within 30
I
feet.
feel like, yeah, I feel like this is just a broad vibe check, but like specifically not checking the vibes, but to see if there's anything coming back on the sonar, basically.
You send out the vibes, but nothing comes back.
Nobody came.
What was that Constitution save, Jakey?
15.
15. Okay. As you punch into the skull to crumble it to dust, you manage to miss punching one of the barnacles that would have cut your fist open. But you managed to not punch that, and like I said, just crumbles to dust before you.
So, that's it. That's the problem.
I think there probably is more than that. But we should probably go up the stairs a bit more, especially if it's storming here, because...
You hear a thunderous crack of lightning outside. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is what you hear. Yes, exactly. You hear that outside of the lighthouse, and as you're there, with the passive perceptions most of you already have, you can start hearing waves hitting the north coast, or I'm sorry, the south coast of this lighthouse a little bit harder, and occasionally you can hear the sea spray hit the side of the lighthouse.
Ocean spray, cranberry.
Wow, we have the vitamins.
Yeah, we should go upstairs.
Yeah, a thought has just occurred to Hope, and so Hope is going to start making their way upstairs. Making their way.
You start making your way up these steep stairs. Everybody, roll a dexterity as you make your way up the stairs.
A dexterity check?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Just double checking.
Double checking. Heh.
Oh, that was so close to being a natural 20.
Oh, God.
18. That's what I got.
5.
4.
Also,
Everyone's, here, you know what? Everybody's rolling on D&D Beyond. Let's see. That'd be 18. Oh. 8 now. I'll take the 8. I'll join the D&D Beyond party.
Slippy.
what is the order of everybody going up the stairs?
You
Okay.
first.
I can go out.
Hal's got his hands in his pockets. He's taking his sweet time. So if Deirdre wants to pass him, he's gonna let it. But if Deirdre's looks like anxious or something, then he'll walk forward.
Hope, as you're making your way up, your foot slips on this slick, steep staircase. You go down
wait.
yeah.
If my foot slips, can I click my heels together?
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
A banana on the stairs.
The next one, the second. Yeah. So instead of absolutely fucking stacking it and slipping back down, I begin to float
Cool.
as I
There's no place like home. There's
use
no.
my winged boots, baby. Oh, yeah.
Yo!
Pretty good.
Thank you.
As you drop down a couple steps, your heels click together as you kind of levitate up off the ground a little bit. Deirdre, you also slide back down the stairs slightly and bump into how y'all weren't like completely up the staircase by any means, so it's just kind of like a slip and fall back as you make your way back up the staircase. You're climbing up and you get to the second floor. On the second floor, you start looking around. Everything is still pushed to the west, but it looks like there's now beds, there's more supply crates, and more bone on the second floor, and it's all pushed up against the western wall.
Wait, so on the bottom floor, they were pushed up against
The western
West.
wall as well.
the western wall. Okay. Okay.
Tide's coming in from the south too. Yes.
Mhm.
When I get to this floor, I am going to drop back down to stop wings, and I will keep track of how many minutes I am winged because it's part of the deal. There we go.
Cool kicks.
Sketches.
I really hope hoped you were gonna say Air Force Jordans or something.
If I'd been smarter. Actually, no, I don't know shit about shoes. Who am I kidding?
I don't either.
Nice. So there's supply crates, a bunch more bones. I'm gonna regret asking this. These particular bones, are some of these bones smaller?
There are two that are smaller. As
V
you're
did not like this.
As you're taking a look at the bones that are on the second floor, all of you hear something drop and roll on the first floor across the wooden floor. You just hear a
Better split up and check out what that is.
Did it sound like a small thing or a big thing that hit?
sounded medium size.
Why you gotta do me like this, Drewy? Why you gotta do me like this? Okay. I will look at the other two for a second and then click my heels again and head to the staircase and just not walking down the stairs, but like feet above the stairs so I'm not making as much noise. Would like to peek down and investigate, see what I can see.
You look down on the first floor, nothing seems out of place. Everything's pretty much where you left it.
Do not trust that for a second.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, what's on the underside of the staircase, Drew?
Can I insight check the DM? I think you're full of shit. And look, and how said friends don't lie, Drew.
Yeah, come on.
I didn't lie.
How quoted 11? Come on.
Speak the truth.
You
Everything
face.
appears to be just as you left it on the first floor.
Do I look with
Appears
what
to be,
appears
that's-
my eyes, Drew?
Yeah, actually you do.
Can I do another
okay.
survival in this room to see how many bodies of bones?
Yeah, absolutely.
You would lie to this
19.
sister?
You would lie to Terry?
There are enough for 4. And that includes the 2 smaller sets.
Yeah, how's like gonna just do that like while he's counting bits and baubles. And he's just gonna hold like, and these are like, how weathered are these bones? So the other ones are like water damaged barnacles and whatnot. Are these about the same?
A little less so, but definitely still water damaged.
Okay. Do these beds look like they are also water damaged?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, there's no sheets left on them. Everything's kind of like tossed over to the side. The bed frame is broke.
On the beds themselves, does it look like there's anything that looks like it would be like weapon marks, breaking, or does this look like natural breakage?
With the survival that you rolled, I would say majority of it looks natural in the way of you've seen the outside of this lighthouse and you've seen the water damage out there. You could possibly surmise that water has gotten into the 2 bottom floors.
This could be a case as simple as... I keep doing Rothamir's voice. This could be a case as simple as people deciding to stay the night. And, well, someone might be a bit of a bedwetter as he looks over at the broken beds.
I will float back up.
You float back up and you are you landing back down?
Not yet.
Okay, that's fine.
Not yet. Fuck you,
as-
not yet. I'm counting minutes, though. I'm counting minutes. Don't worry.
As you're hovering above the floor, as soon as you get back up, again you hear a thud and a roll downstairs.
Down the stairs this time, not on the bottom floor?
It's on downstairs on the bottom floor.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought it was like downstairs, like it sounded like a ball falling.
Like acrobatics, immediately flip upside down and then just like dip my head down to see if I can see something.
Let's do it. Love it.
Oh. 13, baby.
13. This time you do see there is a it's a larger bone. If you were knowledgeable enough about anatomy, you would maybe surmise that it was a radius or an ulna. But I know Hope isn't. But it's about that size. It's about maybe a foot long, and it's coming to a stop as soon as you look down, but on the floor. Almost as if someone picked it up and rolled it. As you're looking at this, and it's odd, the other 2 of you would hear, it sounds like nails dragging on the floor above you.
On the floor above them.
Yep.
I think somebody's awake. Oh, keep doing the wrong voice. I think somebody's awake. Gotta get used to that. We should go say hello.
I don't feel very good about leaving these kids here. Just like this. I mean, like, I don't grade at anything, but...
Well, I've dabbled in some forms of prayer. God's give him a good rest, and hope we don't die with them. Amen. Thank you. How? Better?
As soon as you're done saying that, in your right ear, you just hear a that only you hear.
Fucking phasmophobia bullshit. Are you fucking kidding me, Drew?
Yeah, I was gonna say here.
Behind.
Yeah, Hal starts going. Yo, temps in this room? Temps in this room? Temps in this room?
Spirit box?
Starts teabagging.
Where are you?
I think
Where are you?
I think there's a moment where that physical reaction of Amir would cause that chill up the spine, but How just stands like a little more upright, and that mask just a piercing grin, and he puts both hands in his pockets and stands at the base of the stairs up. Someone whispered to me. I think they want our attention. And I think they're the ones responsible for the children. So if you want to avenge them, instead of leaving them here, let's go up.
I will flip upright.
How's just those are very cool shoes.
And I will glide upstairs.
As you start making your way up the next flight of stairs, you get about halfway up when you hear this sort of crashing noise on the first floor. Sounds like a lot of things are moving downstairs now. But there's also an unfamiliar sound of water sloshing in and back out.
Given that we could not close the door, that doesn't surprise me. Given that someone kicked it in and we didn't close it.
Shame the very waterlogged door fell down.
As a player, I think that's going to be in our favor. Hope isn't considering that because our attention is elsewhere. Oh.
Do you know what this really needs? Accordion. So I'm just gonna say concertina. The ambience of this.
Sirenscape, I need you to add accordion to your thing. Goodness.
You need melodica, you know.
You don't have to answer this like as fully, but because How would be watching Deirdre very intently in the dark at this point. Is Deirdre playing this out of, like, is Deirdre afraid right now or anxious, or is this just like a habit, like a fidget thing? Like, what's going on?
This isn't like she genuinely feels like this fits the vibes.
Interesting.
She's like, if I were to go back and look at this thing, do you know what it really needed? Accordion. So that's why she's doing it.
Incredible.
Interesting. Cool.
Very unreasonable.
Just curious.
As you make your way to the third floor, on here, the wooden floor seems more dry. There are no obvious signs of water damage here. And there's still another floor above you. As you get up here, this floor is split into rooms. There are 3 separate doors. And you don't see another staircase leading up to the next floor. But 2 of the doors are shut, and 1 is partially ajar.
There is a little voice in the back of my head. V's head, not Hope's head. There is a little voice in the back of my head going, "Do it. Split the party. Do it. Fucking coward."
I mean, How's gonna. So you said there's 3 doors?
3 doors. 2 are closed, 1 is partially ajar.
How's gonna kick open the first door that's closed? Like the scene from Monsters Inc. when he's like doing the bathroom stalls to find Boo, like that's what How's doing right now.
The door you kick in is the one to your left, which would be south in the position of Franklin's Tower. As you kick open the door, there's a bed in there, there's a dresser, and a little nightstand with a oil lamp that's been knocked over on its side. There's a few small fiddler crabs that scurry along the floor. But this is what you see in there.
Can I roll sleight of hand to catch one of those crabs?
Yeah.
$24.
Easily you go up and thoop, thoop, you manage to get 2 of the probably 5 or 6 that went scurrying. They sit there with their claws just trying to go at you, but you've gripped them from behind so you aren't getting pinched.
How looks down at the book. I know you'd like these. And he takes a bite out of one of them. And then he just keeps examining this room.
What is it you would like to check out?
I want to see, specifically, you said the lantern's knocked over. What side of the room is it on?
So the way the room is set up, the bed is in, so from the doorway being south, the bed is up in the northeast corner. Nightstand would be right next to that on the left, so west of the bed, and the chest is at the foot of the bed.
I'm gonna go open the chest.
Yeah. You open it up. There's some old, like, almost like rain gear kind of vibes. It's definitely more of like a leather that's had wax put on it to help keep the water off. And as you move that coat out of the way, there's a small leather-bound book that has a leather thread that keeps it shut.
Just gonna pick it up and open it curiously.
As you pick it up and open it, it seems to be a diary of sorts or a record keeping. But on the very first page, it reads, "In Franklin's tower, the 4 winds sleep. Like 4 lean hounds, the lighthouse keep. Wildflower seed on the sand and wind. May the 4 winds blow you home again." And on the bottom of that, there is a signature. And it is Rem Springmore.
Haha's gonna throw the book out of the room into the hallway first, and then step out. Finishing eating the second of the crabs as he steps out. Rem Springmore. Does that ring a bell to either of you?
I don't think so. Have I heard that name before?
Probably not.
In Franklin's tower, the 4 winds sleep. Like 4 lean hounds, the lighthouse keep. Wildflower seed on the sand and wind. May the 4 winds blow you home again. This individual seems to like their poetry about wind.
As you read further into the book, it's taken into account different days. Whoever's reading the book, can you roll an investigation for me?
I mean, if you threw it down, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, Haha's not a reader. He's getting his foot ready to kick the next door. But I won't do that. So y'all do stuff.
That's a 6. I miss Rothaman.
You're looking.
Me too, dude.
You're looking through this, and it's listing dates. It's listing occurrences that happened at the lighthouse. but you can't really determine like about the writer of the book. But you are able to pick up that it wasn't a very recent book that had been written, but it wasn't too far in the past that it was written. Realistically, looking at the dates, within 5 years.
Usually you're an artistic individual. What are your thoughts on the poem?
Yeah, I guess I'll read over it again. As somebody who thoroughly enjoys like reading stories, what does it give me? What am I getting?
I'm still playing the accordion. It's like Parisian music, and me just like.
Roll me an investigation on this as well.
15.
With a 15, it's someone that very much, like How had said, enjoys poetry in this way. A lot of it is in reference to the area, and obviously referencing the tower that you're currently in. There's no sand on this island. It is purely rocky, and you're not quite sure what the four lean hounds would reference in a poem.
Mm-hmm.
But it would make sense that there would be wind at a lighthouse.
Thinking about the wildflower seeds, Hope is going to druidcraft a flower from, sprout to bud to flower, and then as the petals fall away, a small seed pod just kind of takes that, puts in her pocket for now.
And when you make this seed pod and put it in your pocket, you're kind of looking over this book, and you hear a large crash on the first floor, and a larger watery sound. You could probably surmise the first floor is now getting inundated with water.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing they're coming tomorrow. Yes.
I kind of offer the second door to you.
You kick open the door on this one. Roll a perception.
Oh. 16.
With a 16, as the door's opening, you watch as a shadow moves with the door as it opens. It's right out of the corner of your eye. It's just...
So this is going to be a weird question. Because I see things through color and magical darkness, does this shadow have a particular shape, or does this look like I'm seeing the shadow cast of something else moving? If that makes sense. If my question is making sense.
I understand what you're saying. It looked like the shadow was its own thing. There are no windows in this room.
How's just gonna slowly inhale in. We're not alone. They're getting closer and closer. More daring. Be careful. Hal's gonna step into the room.
You step into the room. It's rather quiet. You take a look around. There's no one there. There's nothing you see. There are two smaller beds in this room, each with their own chest at the end of the ends of the bed. And in here, the nightstands both have their oil lamps up. One is half full, one is completely empty. The one on the empty one, the wick is also burnt out.
Nothing so far but some chests and a half-empty lantern and a emptied one. Hal's gonna go to the chests and just same thing, swing them open.
Swing it open. The one with the open, or with the half full oil lamp, which is going to be on the western side of this room. You open it up. There's nothing in the chest, but as you open up the second chest, there is another rain jacket of sorts made of leather with wax on it. You move that out of the way. There is a single piece of parchment on there, and there is another small set of words, and it reads, "In another time's forgotten space, your eyes looked from your mother's face. Wildflower seed on the sand and stone, may the four winds blow you safely home."
I think Jakey / Amir just got it, but How wouldn't get it. Anywho. Oof. Okay. Gonna pick that sheet up. And Hal's gonna glance at the half-empty lantern, and then he's gonna step out of the room and hand the parchment to Deirdre.
I'll read this shit.
You read it, and with the same context of what you were reading the other one with, it's almost coming out like a song. With your bardic background, you can almost start picking up the melody of this song. But you're still not sure what it means. It does reference a wildflower again. Except for this time, it says sand and stone instead of sand and wind. As you're looking into this and reading it more, you hear water start lapping up higher. It appears it's at the top of the first floor. And you hear something on the second floor drop and roll. And as soon as you hear that, you hear again nails on the floor above you.
I'm not going to wait for How. I'm going to very gently push open the door that is ajar.
As soon as it opens, are you going inside by any means?
Yeah, I'll take a step forward.
Okay. You step inside. This one does have a window. And this one has a larger bed than the other two rooms. This one has a larger chest at the foot of the bed and an end table on both sides. There are oil lamps on both sides, both pretty low. Wicks are pretty burnt out. But as you take a look out the window, you can see there is definitely a storm rolling in. It appears that thunderstorm you've been watching all day is slowly making its way in. And with that, the water is also rising. You can occasionally now see sea spray up onto the window.
Okay.
The skies have grown very dark.
Before I turn my attention to the room, can I see the bird? The thunderbird?
That's a good question. You have a rather high passive perception, right?
I do.
With seeing it before, it is closer, and you get little snippets of it every now and again whenever there's a lightning strike. I would say you had seen on the map where it was previously. It's covered about half that distance now towards Pegagen.
Okay, interesting. I will bear that in mind, as will Hope. Yes. Okay, I turn my attention back to the room. There is a chest. Let's have a look, see what's in this chest.
You open it up. There are bed sheets in there. You would think they would be a little bit old and musty, but fairly decently kept. But on top of the sheets of linen, you see another piece of paper sitting in the chest. This one reads, sending it your way. Some come to laugh, they're passed away. Some come to make it just one more day. Whichever way your pleasure tends, if you plant ice, you're gonna harvest wind. There are also 3 silver pieces in this chest. And a very old looking oil lamp.
I'm gonna pick up the 3 silver pieces. And put them in my pocket for now. Come back to those. Pick up the piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pick up the oil lamp.
As soon as you pick up the oil lamp, in your ear you hear, "Leave."
The second that I hear that,
Send
do I
out the
get
vibes.
anything? Yeah.
You send out the vibes. You get a vibe check. On that vibe check, it is not good. It is negative vibes. Whatever this is, does not want y'all here.
But there's no stairs.
Nope.
There's no stairs up in any of these rooms. There's no but there's something up there. I'm gonna step out.
Can I step in the room briefly?
Yeah.
So I take a peek at the window balcony, see if there's like a ladder or something outside. If it's like an outer entrance to go up.
Yeah, you poke your head out the window, and in fact, there is a small stone balcony on the outside.
Incredible.
Just from looking at the window, like outward, you wouldn't really see it. It's fairly narrow up against the wall, but there is a small stone balcony that wraps around the side.
I Jakey don't like that. That is one hell of a way to fall.
I'd
but-
like to give the paper to Deirdre to look at, as with the others.
I'll read it.
You read this one, in this poem or song or whatever it is definitely coming together. but it's so vague in a it's so vague but in a poetic way that it's almost as if it's leaving it open for interpretation for the reader. As you're looking out the window, a large splash of ocean spray sprays up on the window. I assume you probably move the window to close it for a moment so you don't get completely drenched. And with that, you hear water starts sloshing on the second floor. You take a look down through the window, and you can now see the water level is up against the lighthouse. Waves are now crashing into the lighthouse more frequently.
How?
Yes.
The voice you heard.
Mm-hmm.
Anger or grief?
To some, they're the same thing, Hope.
I heard it.
How looks pointedly at Deirdre. Then I guess there's only one more person that our friend has yet to talk to. How's gonna try and go up open the window, and he's gonna try and go up.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a athletics or acrobatics or just a dex save as you step out onto this slick stone balcony.
I'll make an acrobatics. And is there any chance using my ring, could I make that an advantage potentially? Because I can jump real high?
I will give you advantage. I would like you to describe how you're doing it. So when you do step out, it's a thin stone balcony that kind of wraps around the side, and you can't quite see a way up yet because it is on the opposite side of the balcony.
I think how is going to feeling the wind, if it's pushing against this way, then there is some sense of that inertia. So using the momentum of the wind, and how's natural graceful abilities to step into the wind is going to allow that to kind of guide him as much as he possibly can. So if he's taking longer strides or jumping, or if he starts to slip, he can kind of catch himself, if you will.
Yeah. Roll at advantage as you start moving along.
23.
Perfect. With that, you manage to get over right as a large spray of ocean up onto the side. You manage to cling on to a couple of the rocks without getting knocked over. You are currently soaked, but you are still up there. And as you keep moving along the side, you do now see a ladder that goes up. And at the top of that ladder, you would see another thin stone walkway.
How on the arm level rung is going to tie some rope, and then taking I'm gonna see. Yeah, taking a dagger, and the rope is going to tie it to the end, and he's going to spin it, and he's going to throw it around the lighthouse so it comes around and breaks through the window, just so there's rope for them to hold on to that's fixed on the other side, so they have rope to the ladder.
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to make them shit their pants, but yeah.
Glad I wasn't sticking my head through the fucking window.
Yeah, what's out there? Thunk. Oh, I see.
As How is on the outside of this, the two of you are in this room, or are you out in the like hall area?
One in the room, one in the hall, one in the room, one in the hall, one in the room, one in the hall.
Honestly, I'd say I'm in the room. I would like to get a closer look at this oil lamp that I picked up. All right, Jakey, calm yourself. Calm yourself.
Never.
You take a look at this lamp that you're holding, and there is inscriptions on it. One more time, what languages do you read?
Common, deep speech, druidic, undercommon.
It is in a language you do not understand.
Damn, I was so ready for round 2 of it is in common.
Yeah, right. Fully ready for
Can't
that.
bully all that hard. But no, it
Yes,
is.
you can.
It is in a language that you do not understand. It's very harsh. It's almost like scratched into the oil lamp in very harsh angles.
Interesting.
I don't speak that language, but I speak the opposite of it.
Am I getting any? Can I vibe check the oil lamp?
Yeah, sure.
Allow
not?
me but a moment to roll. That is a 14.
With a
Am I getting any
14,
vibes from the lamp itself?
with a 14, you look down at the lamp and you're like, "That's a lamp."
Okay. Good to know. Just imagine Hope just like lamp.
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 Deirdre, are you still outside the room?
I'm in the hall. That's where I've been the whole time. Yeah.
Amazing.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
Still playing my Parisian accordion music.
Just double checking something. Oh, okay. Deirdre, you don't happen to hear behind you by the staircase. And Hope's out of the hall. As all of a sudden you're just kind of standing there, you're playing your music, and you feel this sensation of something grabbing your leg and trying to rip you down the staircase into the water. And that is where we're going to end tonight.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
That's some Dungeon and some Dragons.
That's the Dungeon and
Emphasis on dragons. Damn.
Yeah.
Dragging these friends down into the water.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Time for a quick dip.
So I hope everybody that is here enjoyed getting to watch us play some D&D. Don't forget to check out the Kickstarter. There's like 30 something hours left. If you want to get any of these and more cool dice, go ahead, check it out. I think wave 1 is still open, so they would start shipping it out in the December of this year. Also, make sure to go check out Jakey's thing over on the game stuff. V will remind everybody what the name of this is.
Stop playing adult games / Jakey Boy.
Boom.
It's
Go ahead.
I knew it too.
Jakey Boy.
/
I double checked.
And
/ Jakey.
Thank you.
Sorry, you're right.
Thank you.
You're right.
we
Also, back the fucking Kickstarter or I'll drop this shit on the floor again. That's a full threat. Also,
Destiny counter sites and other affiliated parties do not maintain responsibility in case of sudden side effects such as banana boombox syndrome. Your voice suddenly transforms into a catchy high-pitched jiggle every time you speak. Get ready to destroy everyone's start dancing along. Peel vision. Seeing the world in vibrant shades of yellow may become your new normal. Your vision may turn so bright that you'll have to wear glasses indoors. Bouncy bottom syndrome. You might find it difficult to sit down as your derriere becomes abnormally springy. Prepare for a surprising bounce every time you succeed. Uncontrollable banana laughter. An uncontrollable urge to burst into fits of laughter at the mere sight of bananas may strike at any time. Whatever awkward moments during serious business meetings. Slippery slide sensation. Defeat may develop banana-inspired superpowers, turning any surface into a slippery slide adventure. Say goodbye to steady walking and say hello to reverse Spider-Man. Pranksters pal. Become the ultimate prankster as you uncontrollably emit banana-scented flatulence everywhere when you're in a crowd. Get ready for some bewilder and amuse faces and butterfly wings. Unleash your inner Fantasia as wings made up entirely of banana peels magically spread from your shoulders. Throw yourself and run on the runway of absurdity. Monkey mind mischief. You may experience urges to swing from trees from others or exhibit general monkey funky behavior. Embrace your newfound silly spirit. Remember, these sound effects are purely fictional, designed for comedic purposes. Actual banana consumption does not have any of these effects. Enjoy bananas responsibly. Embrace the silliness they may bring to your life. The manufacturer takes no responsibility for any of the consequences resulting from the exaggerated commercial side effects. Please consult a comedian. The symptoms persist. Don't delay 5 today. Consult a doctor to see if bananas are right for you.
Why?
It wasn't the fact that you did it. It was the fact the second time I heard that juicy crunch.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. And the
noise.
worst part is that when I took a bite out of it, the actual banana fell on the floor, but the peel stayed in my mouth. Yeah.
Nothing but peel, baby. Nothing but peel.
Wasn't great.
Guys, I think we have our first merch idea. T-shirt that just says nothing but peel.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's very appealing.
Hey.
Here we go. Here's a paper on how to activate your cable modem. That's going to be great to just put that on.
That's an episode 1 callback.
Yay!
Very good.
Okay, well, on that note, does anybody else have anything to say before we leave?
I want to apologize for the completely unhinged fucking nonsense that today has been.
You think
But also,
You think today's just wait.
But also, it's been incredible, and I'm just so happy that we get to do this. Like, genuinely, this is just amazing.
Yeah, our headphone users for my dice bit. I
It
love
was so
you.
good.
Please forgive me.
Well, with that, we say goodnight, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of Nightmares of the Midnight Vale. Good night, everyone. Goodbye. Oh, we're also raiding, so don't leave.
Raid
Raiden, let's
Shadow
go.
Legend.